All right, ladies and gentlemen, Valhalla Sports Talk is on the air for the continuation of today's Daytona 500. And we are here for all the action. What's up, Berserkers? What's up? It's time for them to go back racing at Daytona. They're trying to kick this thing off on the hour, so in about 5 minutes, they're trying to get this thing going again. Our newest member, Ben Weather Channel, checks in, says, hey, how are you doing? I'm doing good, man. I got a little nap in, had some dinner, and I'm ready for some racing. A much smaller field, it looks like. We're probably going to be missing at least 10 cars out of the 43-car field, but hopefully we got some good racing, and hopefully they can finish this thing tonight. Brandon Guy checks in, says, is he going live now? Yes, I'm going live. I'm live right now, buddy. Manuel the God, I'm a Lakers fan, says, yo back to you, buddy. But we got 6 Berserkers up in here as we are about to get back to racing. A lot of those channels that were doing the race earlier are no longer doing it, so should be interesting to see what kind of viewership we get. I think we're going to do okay here. I have a feeling this could be something big here should this race get going and get done tonight. So hopefully they can make it happen for us. Hopefully the weather cooperates there in Daytona, and we can have a good rest of the race, and hopefully it ends with my guy, Kevin Harvick, in victory lane. Brandon, yeah, there was a big wreck earlier in the race. Took out about 15 cars, and that was just before the rain delay. Let's listen into the audio real quick here. Oh, we got music playing. But we'll pause that. Cars, drivers getting in, buckled in to their different stock cars right now. It looks like most of them are in with helmets on, so they're about to get this field rolling and headed back to resuming this race. So as I mentioned, we were at lap 15 of 65 in stage 1 of 3. Kevin Harvick leading the field as they go back to racing. Christopher Bell in second, Austin Dillon in third, Kyle Busch in fourth, and Chase Elliott in fifth. As we roll back. Ben asks, is my internet better now? Ben, I really don't think it was my internet, buddy. I really don't know what it was. I think it might have been an issue with OBS. It could have, because I went, right when the game, when I went offline from the race, I went right online and we played Call of Duty for nearly 2 hours and had no issues whatsoever. So I don't know, buddy. I think it had something to do with the actual operating system that we broadcast on or something. But we're going to find out here tonight. This will be a good test to find out. So far, no dropped frames of any kind, so that's good. So far, so good, buddy. So far, so good. But hopefully everybody got some dinner in them, got ready for the final part of this race here. But here we go. Involved in the wreck was Kurt Busch, Ryan Newman, Tyler Reddick, Eric Amarola, Ryan Blaney, Chris Buescher, Martin Truex Jr., Christopher Bell, Matt D'Ambiento, William Byron, David Reagan, Anthony Alfredo, Eric Jones, Alex Bowman, Jamie Burry, and Daniel Suarez. Suarez has already tweeted that he's done. There are some cars still out there, and it looks like they will get to work to them as soon as they go from the red condition. So not only are these cars wrecked, but they've sat there now for about 3 hours. Sat there about 3 hours in the rain, obviously with covers on them, but in the rain. And so they weren't allowed to work on them while we're under a red flag condition. Emmanuel says, the rain better not come again, or does. Want to see second. Not sure what that means, but yeah, some wrecked race cars on pit road here. Let's listen in.
Sports app. You can watch all the in-car cameras for tonight's race by downloading the Fox Sports app, the #1 sports.
General Obi-Wan Kenobi checks in, says, hi, I'm new and a Harvick fan, and I wanted to say finally the rain has gone home. I hope so.
No, Mike, you mentioned that damage.
I hope so.
Policy clock, and just to iterate, it's a 6-minute clock, and it's a cumulative, and that includes.
Did I see the first race?
Now, once you get
the earlier part of today's race? Is that what you're talking about, Emmanuel?
Until we have a restart.
Yeah, it was broadcasted.
You can continue to work on it in future cautions, but you only have 6 minutes total under this caution to get that car back up to speed.
So these cars that are wrecked, they're saying that they have a total of 6 minutes to work on them, or they're out of the race.
Stage 1, this race is run in 3 stages. When we get to stage 2, we're going to give away some of.
Yeah, I was on here. I thought you were actually in our stream, Emmanuel.
Briscoe. He went out for fast food early in the rain delay in his fire suit at the drive-up windows. All right, Fox Bet Super 6 stage.
General Obi-Wan hyping up Harvick in the chat says also go for number 4, go.
I think they all underestimate the number of cars eliminated.
Your biggest mover. Number of cautions. This manufacturer will win this thing, stage 2.
Which team will win?
And which of the drivers that are selected?
Manuel says he can't wait. Right on, right on, right on.
Mind you, stage 2, guys. We're not even halfway through stage 1.
So I'm going to take a quick look at the secondary screen here, make sure we've still got that lined up properly.
Oh, it's my money. Might sting a little. No, it.
I wonder what the over-under is.
All right, so it looks good as well.
During the break just a little bit ago, he said, man, are we really going to get back going? You know, now that you're a TV guy, see, when you're a racer down under these rain delays, Mike, everybody's kind of texting one another, trying to get to NASCAR. Anybody got any updates? Are we going to call this thing? We're not. Kevin texted me earlier. I think he was on his PJs on his couch. I told him, anybody better grab a coffee. I think you're going to be getting back in. He's like, no way. It's getting close to my bedtime. You know, that guy's getting old.
He's getting up there.
Making fun of my man Harvick.
Well, that heart rate's getting
I'm a Harvick fan, General Obi-Wan Kenobi, and there's some other fans here. We got some Chase fans, we got a little bit of everything here. Ricky Stenhouse.
permitted. So,
Look at the mud.
you got a natural cup of coffee when you get these race cars.
Look at the mud on Tyler Reddick's car right here.
What's left of it?
Tyler Reddick's car is missing nearly the whole front clip of the car. They might get it going, but it ain't going to be out there long.
That's the minimum speed. Yeah, they're under that policy of how do we just go make a lap and gain one position.
That's like, you better do what I said.
Right.
If he can make a lap, they will finish.
There's old Ben Weather Channel throwing up those members-only emojis that he just obtained today. Congratulations, buddy. And thank you so much again for your support to the channel.
Even more difficult to make a lap.
You know, Brad, he was one of the ones we saw earlier in that Accord.
Our subscriber count today is 3560. 3560. We lost about 10 over the last week or so.
Let's look at this
But
one
we'll pick
right
that up
here.
this week. We've got 3 events on the schedule this week between now and Friday. So this race here, the Kings on Tuesday night and the Lakers on Thursday night. That's the schedule.
At least 170
That is the schedule, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
That's pretty doable.
For most of those cars, yes. Some of them, not so much. Getting ready to refire engines and
All right, looks like they're going to go to one last commercial break before they get this thing going. So we will pause that audio, put a little background noise up in there, and see what we got here, boys and girls. I guess we got wrestling tonight. There's a pretty big wrestling match on. A lot of people are doing the Dallas Mavericks game. Mavericks and Portland Trailblazers. Those other channels that were doing the race have decided not to do it now, it looks like. So we should be the only show in town. Angel Gant says, who's winning? Currently, Kevin Harvick is the leader of the race under red flag conditions. So we're still under that red flag. There's old Madison Roach, says who's winning. Yep, Harvick is leading currently. They're under red flag and have been. Hey, what's up, Bella? Bella's back. General Obi-Wan Kenobi shouting out Dale Earnhardt. Yes, 20 years ago, the last Daytona 500, 20 years ago was when we lost him. Yeah, red flag. It's been red flagged for about 3 hours, Madison. We went offline. But Bella's back in the house. Welcome back, Bella Magdaleno, who had twins this morning. Bella says Paul's playing Call of Duty right now. I don't like the zombie mode. I just cannot get into that. Yeah, correct, Emmanuel. Rocha and Sear from the 6 are doing some wrestling tonight. Cool for them. Cool for them. They're both featured channels here on the channel. Ben asks if we can get a USC emoji. Ben, I think the next one, buddy, is we're going to do a emoji for the other dog, Skip. And then we will look into a number 4 and a USC one. Bella says Paul loves the zombies. All right, let's see what these guys are saying here. Let's go.
I'll never forget it. He bought him a brand new dually. We come down here, the thing blew up halfway. He was so mad. We got down here, borrowed somebody's truck, got our rig down, and we had to hopscotch trailers back and forth to work on them at the motel.
The cars still sit on pit road.
Ton of fun. And
Engine fired.
came over and took a tour of Daytona. Somehow, some way, led all this.
General Obi-Wan says, honestly, we need some more enthusiasm in the driver. Start your engine. Pit Bull did it today. I was surprised. It was kind of meek. I agree with you.
I was racing also at Volusia on dirt. Came by here. We didn't go in the infield or anything. We just came
Madison, my keyboard went anime. What does that mean, Madison?
How big this place is. But I'll tell you
What does that mean?
Quick, Mike, is the first time I came
There's my
here,
Corvette that Bella and Paul are going to buy for me.
And they said, okay, now you're going to go out there. Build
Big Play Slay checks in, says we're back. Yes, we are, buddy.
Oh, okay.
No issues since we went online here, so maybe that problem was OBS
Through
related.
the gears, and I keep pushing the throttle down.
Yeah, hello once again, buddy.
I was like, I don't feel pretty good. I think I'm going to go wide open. I was already there.
Yep, they've got 6 minutes to work on these damaged race cars. 6 minutes.
So how much has changed since we dropped the green flag around 3 p.m.?
So the start time today, it was 76 degrees in Daytona. It's now 64. The track temp was 82 degrees at the race, and now it's 68. I know what anime is, but does it just mean you put the colors, like anime characters on your computer? What does that mean?
You know, possibly something like that on the back straightaway doesn't happen now.
Brooke says, I'm watching the Daytona too. Good deal.
And when you say that, more grip, right? We heard Joey Logano say sometimes after a rain delay, it it gets wilder.
Yeah, I don't think with all the times that we had to relaunch the stream, Big Play Slay, I don't think it sends out notifications. It doesn't send out notifications after that.
Get these cars back out on track to at least make a lap.
I don't know for sure if anybody's officially out of the race. I know Suarez tweeted that he was done.
Miles per hour.
And we know that Derek Cope is done too because he crashed out.
Exactly how they're going to fix this car in a timely fashion.
But I have to believe that Truex, William Byron, they're going to be out. But they're trying to work on some of these. They got the Sawzall out, and they're getting to work.
It goes by fast. Plus, they got to get to the end of pit road.
All that damage occurred.
Brooks is excited for some snow. Not me.
3/4 hours ago.
Not me.
A lot of these drivers and a lot of these teams are already into the 4-minute mark as far
So we're about 4 minutes into this opportunity for them to fix these cars, and some of them still can't get the wheels on them.
Because that clock started when
Yeah, Cope went into the wall on his own at like lap 2.
flag wave. Of course, the red flag stopped the clock, but they'll have to be quick to get back out there. And each car is timed electronically and individually.
Bella says she ain't down with the snow either.
Larry, is that NASCAR? Do they send a
All right, here we go. Cars are rolling around the high banks of Daytona International Speedway as they continue to work on various cars on pit road. The 24, the 34. They're trying to hammer out the Stenhouse car as
a
well.
lot of us grab the wheel.
Martin Truex's car still sits on pit road, working heavily on the passenger side rear of the vehicle.
His 6 minutes has expired as well as Chris Buescher in the 17 car.
Did you say the crew member had stopwatches as if it's an honor system with a bunch of races? You can't have that, bud.
No,
That won't work.
I just meant, are they?
The Wood Brothers 21, they're hammering on its fender as well.
We already knew Blaney.
No, they weren't allowed to work on them, Emmanuel. They were not allowed to work on them during the red flag. That's a rule.
Until they tell you can stop now, listen to the garage.
Big Play says Nick Foles is pretty much locked in with the Bears because of Cap. Kind of the same with the Vikings, and that's okay with that. There's old Paul. Paul's back up in here, fresh from killing zombies in Call of Duty.
Ready to go again.
The 8 car sitting on the track, the right front tire cantered heavily
The wheel.
to one side. That car ain't going to be able to get up to speed. Tyler Reddick in the 8.
When you started, such a big wreck. When that thing looks like it's been in, I guarantee you it reset the wheel.
Look at the mud underneath these cars from going through the infield.
Rocha County on that thing. Going down the backstretch grass. Wow.
The local sod provider.
All right, the field coming down pit road now.
Open and almost.
So pit road's open. Here comes our first pit stops of this year's 500.
Austin Dillon was extremely pleased with his car and the little bit of experience he had with it, but they're going to come in just to be sure and put on 4 tires. They're not going to make any changes. Crew chief Justin
Paul says I should try zombies. I just don't like shooting that much, dude. That's just constant on the trigger. Mike's back, says, holy heck, we're back. Yes, we are, buddy. We are back online. 10 berserkers up in here. I think we could have a big stream here, folks. We are the only game in town. First off pit road, Bell, Bush, and then Elliott, Harvick was your top 4. So Elliott and Harvick both took 4 tires. Bell and Kyle Busch took 0.
So Chris Buescher.
That's crazy, Bella. That is crazy, the snow you guys been getting.
And Anthony Alfredo, they have exceeded the time allotted to repair those cars and get them back on the racetrack per NASCAR's damaged vehicle policy. This was instituted a few years ago to keep drivers from getting back in the
Big Play Say says NASCAR, in my opinion, was much better
more parts come off or
in the early 2010s. I kind of agree with you, buddy.
And it really is. It's a safety factor.
Paul says it's fun upgrading your weapons and you level them up faster.
It protects the driver.
I believe that. You probably do.
Get back out on the racetrack.
You probably do.
Vehicle.
Bubba Wallace's car's still out there. I thought he was out too.
Big issue for a lot of cars was actually good for the 23 car Bubba Wallace. We saw in the very first caution of the event.
So we might have a few more cars out there than I thought.
Opportunity to make a plan to fix that more perfectly. They feel very confident they can get everything sealed up underneath the race car and and they're going to.
He was racing today,
Good opportunity to take time right now.
Madison. He was caught up in that wreck. I know I did see his car.
Mike,
Let me see if I can find him for you.
in the 8 car there, they have used up 5
Yeah, I'm showing Ryan Blaney currently
that 6-minute clock, so he's got
in
He's
28th.
got to get that 8 car up the speed.
So he's out there today.
You see it right there. But again, once he does that, the clock goes away. The next caution, they can come in there and sit for 10 or 12 minutes and repair it, but they have.
Yeah, he was a hell of a race car driver. Him and Dale Earnhardt Sr. used to go out it a lot there. Big place late.
7 championship points because at least that many cars are in the garage area with damage from this and the prior caution.
Emmanuel's a big Call of Duty fan as well. Yeah, there's Stenhouse right there on your screen there.
He did not come in the pits first time around. Here's today's Ford Performance Track.
King Leopold comes in remembering Crybaby
Last
Wallace.
season, that's more than any man.
Just the year before Earnhardt died,
4 by Brad.
my parents were running a storage facility here in town, and they had a Dale Earnhardt show car in there overnight. And it was because a guy in Tombstone that's an artist was meeting with Wallace, Earnhardt, and Gordon about some kind of a project they were working on.
That rear window is so humid down here. All the rain, those cars sat on pit road. These some of the windows are completely.
So all 3 of them were what took this NASCAR marketing to the next level.
Being down here, same situation. It gets so humid. You're starting to freak out a little bit, man.
All right, let's take this red flag off my screen here.
I'm in trouble. I can't see out of this thing. But once you get some airflow, they do.
Now, Denny Hamlin, the defending champion of the 500, will restart 13th. His sponsor FedEx salutes their team members for continuing to deliver throughout the pandemic. And today's special, we're now.
Wow, they got some weird names at the top of the leaderboard right now.
helping to distribute vaccines across the country. Helping us all.
Big Place Lay remembers that Gordon, Kozlowski, and Kevin had a little segment that was amazing. You talking about like a TV segment?
Yeah, that's interesting. You mentioned that about the rear window. I noticed that on Kevin Harvick when I was standing next to the car, and you could absolutely not see inside. So I asked his car chief, Cheddar, and he said, yeah, once he's up to speed, that'll all go away, and he'll be able to see out. You can kind of see it's lightening up now, but looks pretty foggy from this angle.
Way to go, Boyer.
All right, so they're rolling the 38 back behind the pit wall. They could not get that car fixed in time.
Well, and listen, we know how important it is to be able to see out that rear window here in the draft.
That 77 car of McMurray is back out with the Advent Health sponsorship.
See, now he got up to speed, and look at how clear those windows are to your point.
Somebody named Gralla in the number 16 and McLeod in the 78 are showing in first and second.
Today, featuring more than
Weird.
3,000 signatures submitted by Advent Health.
All right, I'm going to pause this for some music.
No, it's cold out there.
Oh, got you, Big Place Lay. Gotcha. Yeah, there was a lot of drama in that time frame there when they were all fairly young. Emmanuel checks into the chat again and says, I'm watching Rocha and Sear tonight. Well, good deal. Good deal.
Ready to go. That front splitter is.
Good deal. It's always good to come to another channel and tell us when you're watching somebody else's channel. That's always a good idea.
Still a little bit of track drying going on in the cold area. Roll under caution with 19 of 200 laps complete.
All right, so we're at lap 19 of 200, and they're still doing some track drying on the track. We go to a commercial. Hopefully without notifications, this thing can get out. Share it out on your social media. Maybe I'll do that as well. Maybe I will do that as well while we're sitting here waiting. There's Bobby. He says, who's winning? Harvick's still winning, buddy. It's they're just coming out of that red flag that's been going on for 3 hours. So they're just coming out of it. Trying to get it going again. Let's go ahead and share this out on Twitter real quick. tweet that out real quick. Hey, go follow me on Twitter, folks. Valhalla Sports on Twitter. Valhalla Sports on Twitter, ladies and gentlemen. Big Play Slay says, one of my favorite NASCAR days were the Earnhardt Jr. and Brad Keselowski 1-2. Yeah, Keselowski's always been, I always thought if I had two favorite drivers, Keselowski would be my second. Ken Dog Sports Talk checks in, says, what's up? Go Joey. Welcome to the channel, Ken Dog.
Speaking of history, how about we throw these two in a confined space for 4 months and see what happens? Boom. That's right, just rub a little dirt on it.
I love the smell of fresh dirt in Bristol.
And then a new team from North.
So apparently they're going to put dirt on the Bristol track this year. How cool is that?
All-time fan favorite.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Bella says, hey, Skip and Thor, they're doing good.
The best season ever.
So next week, a weird deal. They'll be right back here at Daytona International for a full road race.
Millions of kids nationwide are without normal access to sports and play due to COVID-19. Fox Sports and Good Sports are restoring play for donations and free.
Yeah, I like him a lot too, Big Play Slay. I like Keselowski's attitude a lot.
Girls clubs of Volusia and Flat.
Maybe, Bobby. It would take a long time if this race gets in, dude. We're only 22 laps in to 200.
On your screen to help keep kids in the game.
We're only 22 laps in out of 200.
Got his seat all fixed up.
Hanging with Dad.
Paul and I did a stream. We did a stream after the first rain delay there, and I've almost got all of the characters upgraded.
42 days to dirt, boys.
That's going to be fun.
Yeah, so that's a deal. They're going to put dirt on the Bristol racetrack and have these guys race around it this year. How cool will that be?
In Bristol, Tennessee. Yeah, this was lap 14.
Look at the dirt fly off that car.
Look at it just digging it up.
Cars going backwards from earlier in the race.
Which won't be happening in Bristol.
Yeah, Big Play Slay. That was kind of different then. I agree with you.
Schedule. We'll go dirt racing in Bristol.
So notable changes in the Cup schedule in 2021. 7 road courses this year.
Including some brand new racetracks. That's Austin, Texas. 8 of the races will have practice and qualifying beginning here at Daytona.
All-Star race is going to be at Texas Motor Speedway this year.
Texas Motor Speedway.
Bristol race is going to be run on dirt.
Play in the dirt.
We need to go get us some laps and something around that dirt track.
I got a late model 2-seater. I don't know how to go up there and argue about where we're going to run on that racetrack. Trying to figure out the line, huh?
Sounds like a plan to me.
They need more of those short tracks.
Laps are a benefit to drivers.
They need more of those short tracks, in my opinion, to bring this thing back up
Trying to
again.
get as many laps as he can, as long as they will allow him to be out there at limited speed.
So this 16 and 78 are still rolling around out there, and I think they're just trying to put in laps, but I'm not sure.
McLeod came in a lap before everybody else, and so they are at the front of the field. Rolla started last, made the race on time.
Yeah, he won 7 championships. He retired at the end of last year, Big Play Slay. He just missed the playoffs.
How do you start at the back when you're already 39?
There's a new kid in the 48 car.
Everybody who would have been ahead of you that had to start at the back. And BJ McLeod, that's a brand new team. He is the co-owner and driver. Christopher Bell.
Bella says short tracks are better in her
In
opinion.
new places. He's our IBM driver.
Ken Dog Sports Talk says, I've been a NASCAR fan for a long time. Me too, buddy.
Moved up to Joe Gibbs Racing.
Me too, buddy.
This year, 16 career wins. In the Xfinity Series, he usually runs on Saturdays. On these double weekends.
You can see his back glass still isn't. The fog said, okay, yeah, I can't really see out of it.
There's no way you can see out of that. You know, when I see that graphic of Christopher Bell, his second season, I feel like this kid's been around forever. All the dirt racing on his name, I've been hearing for years. Xfinity, all the wins that he had in Xfinity, it's hard to believe he's only in the second year here in the Cup Series.
Well, about the only names we heard this winter.
So as they run, lap 24 of 65, still running under caution here. Your top 10 is Gralla, McLeod, Bell, Kyle Busch in 4th, Elliott in 5th, Harvick in 6th, Dillon in 7th, Larson in 8th, Logano in 9th, and LaJoy in 10th.
On NASCAR Race On, presented by Wendy's. We hear from the Cup, Xfinity, and Camping Road Truck Series winners in Winners Red Book. Plus, it's back. When you active returns with a vengeance, don't miss what your favorite drivers harder to the color. Celebrating the life of a legend, Dale Earnhardt. 20 years later, we reflect on his legacy and how much he meant to the sport. It's all next week on NASCAR Race Hub with Matt Sigsbee.
Their advertisement for NASCAR Race Hub next week here on Fox.
Kyle Busch was the 2019 champion and had, at best, a lackluster season. Defending that championship, scored only one win. It was late in the season. And then, in the offseason,
9 berserkers up in here, ladies and gentlemen. Late night racing at Daytona. 7:25 the time here locally.
He and Adam Stevens disagreed.
So it's approaching 10 o'clock there in Florida, I imagine.
Seems like 2 days ago we were talking about this on the pre-race show, Jeff, but I had him up at the ranch and, did an interview with him, my first interview, and you could just tell the demeanor, his confidence that he had in his voice, the confidence he had in Ben Bayshore. This is going to be a year of redemption. I think you're going to see a lot.
Bobby just went and started him some Call of Duty action on his channel.
57 wins in the Cup Series. Now, right behind him, our new champion.
Looks like the Lakers are about to play the Nuggets tonight as well.
Coming off just a great season in which he had to race his way into the championship 4 and then win that final race in Phoenix to secure his first Cup Series championship.
We basically had to go win at Martinsville.
Come on, boys, let's get him going.
Phoenix. He did that, gets to Phoenix.
Might as well go win it, too.
You got to win that one, too, and he did it from the rear. I mean, great, just an incredible final couple of races for this team. And I think Chase Elliott, he has grown as a not just a competitor, but his confidence is sky high. And I think they're going to be a major threat this year again.
Like father, like son, Cup Series champion and most popular driver.
Hamlin on pit road again, it looks like.
I got a little update on the 2 cars up front. Kaz Gralla in the 16 car, he pitted for fuel only on lap 5. He has not pitted. BJ McLeod, the 78 car, is running second.
So it looks like this whole thing's staying up now. We haven't had any packet loss, so that's
When he
good.
set the lineup, he will have
Yeah, it's been up and down here, Malik. But it seems like the problem's been fixed. I haven't had any packet loss.
Sure, with the race car.
I cannot believe we're looking at a dry racetrack. I really can't.
Mike says this entire race fiasco is a fat bruh moment. What does that mean, Mike? What are you gonna do about rain, Mike?
Hold on. You undersold.
What are you gonna do about rain?
There is a lot of water standing down there in the infield grass area. It poured rain this afternoon.
Oh, it did.
If I had a nickel for every time one of us was looking at our apps on our phones and watching the weather, trying to predict.
Willie's Daily Life says, "What's up? What's up, Willie? Welcome to the channel."
We're done.
Tell the truth.
Welcome to the channel.
We taped a segment of getting off the air thinking no chance. Jeff and I are up here.
All right, Harvick bringing the 4 car down pit road now, probably to top off on fuel again.
Yeah, we gave the time and said,
Throw that in the trash.
well, here we are.
Yep, so they're adding fuel to the 4 Busch Light Ford Mustang. Here comes Keselowski down pit road. So everyone going to top off here.
Coming in to top off fuel.
Mike, this will
There's Bubba Wallace in the new 23 car for Michael Jordan Denny Hamlin Motorsports.
now, so just build that insurance into it.
Yes, you can win a race when there's a yellow flag.
Jet dryers getting ready to head for home.
Jet dryers look to be on the backstretch at this point and look to be getting off.
The 63rd Daytona 500. Kaz Gralla from Massachusetts in his first 500. He is the race leader as we get ready to return from that red
This Gralla fella is going to get run past when they go back to racing. We're headed to another commercial. Headed to another commercial, ladies and gentlemen. Boom, boom, boom. Let's put a little music up in here. Willie's Daily Life says commercials are the best, right? No, not really. I'm ready for them to be over. Let's get to racing. I think Harvick's going to win the race, Emmanuel. I'm hoping Harvick wins the race. Willie says he actually amateur races. I'm actually surprised that Fox has kept this on the main channel. I thought they would send it to Fox Sports. I still don't know who that was that waved the green flag today. If anyone knows, let me know.
SmackDown Women's Champion Sasha Banks.
Oh, Sasha Banks, one of the wrestlers.
Michael Cole with a preview of what's ahead this week on SmackDown.
One of the wrestlers was out there. Advertisement for Friday Night SmackDown here on Fox. Okay, so that Graza finally comes in, and that resets the field. Let's go to the secondary screen here.
To try to go the distance of 65 laps in stage number 1.
All right, so it looks like we got everything set up here. So the top 10 as they get ready to go green again: Chase Elliott, Austin Dillon. Nah, that's not going to be right yet either because it's still showing that Graza there. But we're getting ready to go green here, ladies and gentlemen.
You've been waiting 6.5 hours to hear.
The Corvette pace car paces the field.
I love those.
They're about to get going here, Bradley. No, I don't think the Vikes will trade Cousins.
With all the damage under that caution, it's
Emmanuel thinks the car with the candy on it. Kyle Busch will win today.
obviously see two teammates starting on the inside right here. Interesting to see how they do.
16th on back, just pivot. Kyle Busch on back. Chase Elliott, Austin Dillon, Kyle Larson, Ryan Preece, and Ricky Stenhouse. 5 Chevrolets at the front of the field on this restart. Then the Fords and Custom.
So Harvick going to roll off 9th, it looks like.
Harvick and
Keselowski in 10th.
Those are your top 10.
Mike says Corvette.
Well, fans, thanks for sticking with us as we get ready to start.
Bradley checks back in. Do you think the Texans will trade Watson? They've said they're not gonna.
The Geico restart.
They've said they're not gonna. We'll see, I suppose. Here we go. All right, the Corvette pace car is off.
Listen, here we go.
And we are back under green, ladies and gentlemen, back under green in the Daytona 500. Lap 30 of 65, Elliott and Dillon leading the field. Elliott on the inside, Austin Dillon on the outside. Dillon won the second Twin 125 race on Thursday night. So he's got a stout hot rod. 2 by 2, about 4 back on the inside and about 6 back on the outside. Dillon now in the lead, playing both sides of the top and bottom lines there. The outside looks like it has a bit of a run as they come through the dog leg.
We can see these guys maybe being a little more careful when it comes to the bump drafting. So
Ben Weather's channel putting up them emojis.
Turn 3, big shot to the
Mike says Stenhouse is 6th. Yes, he was.
Wait,
There he is.
He's going to get shuffled out.
And all 29 cars on track made more than minimum speed that lap.
So 29 cars on track right now. They all made minimum speed the last lap.
Cole Custer on the outside. Right behind him, you ride with Denny Hamlin.
Yeah, he's not going to go to the back anymore.
Cole Custer, the rookie on the outside there. I'm surprised he doesn't have rookie stripes on his car.
Denny Hamlin for the rest of this race.
Why doesn't he have rookie stripes?
Get comfortable up there.
I either want to be up front or in the back.
But it's Dillon on the inside, Cole Custer on the outside, and they're 2 by 2 all the way through the field. Here comes Hamlin going center, and he's going to leave Custer out to dry on the outside, and Custer's dropping back.
He's right on his rear bumper and able to just drive right by him on the inside.
So now it's Dillon on the inside, Hamlin on the outside.
This man dropped to the back, one wreck, change of events. He's competing to lead this race.
And Cole Custer's going to his back.
So Austin Dillon inside, Denny Hamlin outside, leading the field here.
On point.
Yep, they are, Bradley. Lakers about to tip off. Willie's Daily Life says it's sad that Kyle Rudolph is leaving. I don't think that's determined yet. So Hamlin going to lead this one. I thought Hamlin was out of this race. I thought Bubba Wallace was too.
For that restart, he's up in the top 8.
And they're both in the top 5.
4 cars back in the outside lane.
I love something that I heard right there. Chris Lambert spotted for Denny Hamlin too far. If you get too far out in front, it's so easy for those cars that are lined up behind you to get a big run and build so much momentum that you can't hold them back. You can't block them.
And even if it's a teammate behind you, you'll get such a run that he's got to go.
All right, so single file through the first 4 cars here. Hamlin, Keselowski,
Great job, him and his
Bubba Wallace,
controlling that.
Kyle Busch are your top 4.
Moving up, slowing those runs down, keeping them in the front.
Hard to believe it. We started with what, 5?
9 berserkers up in here, Welcome to Valhalla Sports Talk's coverage of the Daytona 500 here in 2021.
The front.
Bella says they're getting even more snow now. William Byron's car is not going to make it. It just came apart. A huge part of the quarter panel just flew off. And they're going to make him come in because his whole driver's side rear end of the car is jacked up.
It's made out of a different material. That was actually the left rear quarter panel.
If the rear fascia is gone, it looks like it's still hanging on there because you cannot run here per the NASCAR rule if that rear fascia, that rear bumper's gone. It's still hanging on there, though.
And Larry, he'll need to pit because if he loses that out on the track, they can't go get another one, can they?
Yeah, because that's a mandatory piece. They can, Mike. They can replace that, yes.
So Hamlin, Keselowski, Wallace is your top 3 here. 35 of 65 here in stage 1.
I mistakenly said Kyle was back at the restart. He was until those cars peeled off at the last minute to get fuel before we restarted. So
Now these guys are starting to think.
I'm not sure what Willie's about Kyle Rudolph.
They finally jockeyed for position.
Black flag, they're black flagging the 24, telling him to get that piece of crap car off the track. Black flag is out for the 24 car of William Byron.
They're in that mode of, okay, what do we got to do here to get to the end of this stage and then battle it out among ourselves for those stage points?
We need to ride right there. I like where you're at. We're not in the lead. I don't care. Just ride. Make some laps.
So it looks to be about 15 cars, a single file line traveling around the top part of Daytona. Hamlin, Keselowski, Wallace, Busch, Logano, Priest, McDowell, Cindric, Harvick, Dillon are your top 10.
As soon as it happens, everybody tries to. If you get the lead, you try to get up there and make it happen.
Guys, just to clarify on William Byron, he's on pit road. He met minimum speed. He doesn't have to worry about that clock anymore. They want to repair that car.
So 24 cars are on the lead lap back to the 78 of BJ McClellan.
So you heard that. 24 cars remain on the lead lap in this race. I do, in my teams, Willie, I do the Dodgers, Lakers, Kings, and Vikings, and then some NASCAR. I do a little bit of everything on the channel, buddy. You can look through the videos and show you what kind of different stuff I do. I did the Super Bowl, things like that.
I'm excited to return to the Toyota Racing family. They put their faith in me.
Brandon Guy says, Bella, we have like 36 inches here, and more still coming.
Oh, wreck!
Oh, another wreck.
And Chase Briscoe.
So Briscoe in the 14 and the 00
Time at lap 38.
involved in a wreck, and we've got caution out on the track again.
Just looked up naturally and was looking where the 14 was. He was back in like a 3-car pack off of the field a little bit. Now, those cars were on the lead lap in 22nd. And
So Chase Briscoe, one of the new drivers to Stewart Haas Racing.
Damage. He's rolling slow, Clint.
the winner that's down on Quinn Houff.
Quinn Houff is the other driver in that 00.
But the car is not.
See, he's just trying to nurture that left front tire.
Willie's Daily Life says, sweet, new favorite sports channel. Right on. Well, welcome to the channel, buddy.
Yeah, we're going to have to back it up a little bit more. They're already...
Aiden Jimenez checks back in again today. What's up, Aiden?
Clearly, contact or something happened between these two guys that got them collected and went for a heck of a spin.
Not much, buddy. A little NASCAR racing tonight. What's up with you?
Down on Quinn Houff's car. He definitely was in. Here is what Houff said.
What left here? I don't know. What's something here? This tire blew because I ran over something when he threw it off in my windshield.
He ran over the quarter panel that came off the 24 car.
I was going to say the same thing. We saw when that quarter panel came off the 24 car, William Byron, it flew back and hit a car. And it was the 00 of Quinn Houff.
So they're putting a whole new rear bumper covering on the 24 car. Apparently the piece that flew off was what caused this wreck here.
Structure, and that's likely.
Aiden is at his friend's house. Right on, Aiden.
Yeah, I think that was the back half of the quarter panel. That's the 00.
Definitely metal. And BJ McLeod run over it as well. Another piece.
So
No, they're not going to take a break, buddy. They're going to keep this thing going.
On the radio, left rear tire goes down. You're home for the ride at that point, and somewhere within that, Chase Briscoe was just an instant
lap. You saw Quinn Houff climbing into the ambulance to take the mandatory.
What is mane and tail? Who knows what that is? That sponsor there.
And the right front is torn up on Briscoe.
Briscoe's right front quarter panel is all torn up.
Be careful.
So passenger side front on Briscoe needs to be repaired.
You're going to go a lap down, you start going a little faster, and that tire cuts apart. That's a lot of damage there.
Such a tough thing to weigh out there. You're right, Jeff. Can't go a lap down, and you know the spot of the crew chief's in his ear telling him, man, make sure.
But we got 9 berserkers up in here, ladies and gentlemen. As the 00 gets towed back to pit road, dragging sparks along the way.
Third caution.
All right, third caution of the race, and we are headed to a commercial break. Paul says Wreck City. It tends to happen after a rain, that's for sure. I obviously turn off the volume for commercials, but apparently John Cena's hanging out with a purple and white cow now on some commercial for Experian credit. It's a hair product for humans or a hair product for horses? Willie. What is it? Apparently, according to this commercial, everybody that drives a Nissan is a super agent, a private eye, a secret agent. Now we got an advertisement for Honda. Honda? For horses, okay. 0% APR on Hondas right now, folks. Passport, CRV. Go to your local Honda dealer. Now we got an advertisement for the Chevy dealer. We've hit all the car makes here in this commercial break. Epic Gaming says you look like a crew chief. I am a crew chief. I'm Kevin Harvick's virtual crew chief. I just need him to start paying me. They have been paying me all these years. But truth be told, this shirt is from many years ago when Harvick was still with Richard Childress Racing. The King Leeway checks in, says, "Hi Valhalla, finally after 5 hours we are back to racing. Right on, buddy. I took a nap, had my dinner. I'm thinking I might have a beer after this soda. I didn't even get buzzed before that race ended." But how you doing, buddy? Are you still here in the States? You saw Justin Turner side with our Dodgers, buddy. Justin Turner signed yesterday with the Dodgers. Epic Gaming says, "Let me tell NASCAR to hire you as Kevin Harvick's crew chief and he'll get 8 championships. I hope so. Tell him to give me a call." All right, let's get back to it.
Wallace, Kyle Busch, Joe Logano on the top 5. There's the running order on the left of your screen, with now 22 cars on the lead lap. Quinn Houff joins the 11 cars out of the race from the first and second caution flags.
I gotta make sure they got this thing.
All right, I'm going to take that yellow flag graphic down, but we still are under yellow.
I need to fasten that thing to it to keep it on the track. This next
My nose itches. That means I'm going to get money.
Truex 4 laps down, using this caution flag to pit. Now, Jamie McMurray, 1 lap down. He's whistling around here. I believe he's the free pass car. So on the caution flag, the first car that is not on the lead lap is awarded the chance to free pass around and gain a lap back during that caution period.
Still in it, Jamie Mack. Keep it going.
We'll check in on our Fox colleague throughout the race tonight.
All right, so your top 10 with 24 laps to go here in stage 1. Hamlin leading, Keselowski second, Bubba Wallace in third, Kyle Busch fourth, Logano in fifth, Preece in 37th, in sixth, McDowell in 7th, Cindric in 8th, Harvick in 9th, and Austin Dillon in 10th.
You're outside, inside. You see that side mirror?
Yo, Berto Hernandez, what's up, buddy? Yeah, I'm back, buddy. I told you I'd be back. I told you I'd be back to finish it.
I feel confident that Bubba's adopted that too. And it just gives you an idea.
22 cars remain on the lead lap, they just said.
That's behind you. Maybe they're creeping.
That big wreck at lap 15, taking about a quarter of the field away.
I noticed he's only got 2, Jeff. When I was side by side with you, he had, what, 10, 5? One on you at all times.
So that little round mirror,
I was like, where's Boyd?
kept there to the inside of the car, unlike the mirror on your passenger car. That's all for aero, so it doesn't create any drag on the outside. But it's effective because you don't use that for the positioning of the car that might be in your blind spot. You just want to know, is he there, is he not there?
Well, they're very limited too what NASCAR will allow you to do there as far as the
Gilberto, this is the Daytona 500. It's the first race of the year in NASCAR.
Left side window.
The first race of the year.
And as things progress, here's
The King Leeway says, yep, and I am streaming with my buddy the race 2 on his channel.
Which creates a different side mirror for everybody.
Oh, nice, buddy. What channel is his, King Lee?
Right here, Chase Elliott's car.
I know you can't drop a link, but
it's very small.
I'd like to see that. What's your buddy's name? The channel of his name.
Into that left side window, so that's a good safety feature, but it's also created a little bit of
23 laps to go in stage 1 there, Willie.
For these race teams, they'll take advantage of anything they can.
All right, Larry, they keep shutting these cars off as they roll around under caution. I mean, come on, the gas is free, right?
Yeah, I mean, what thing if you're saving fuel, even if you know you're going to pit at the end of stage
So they've got that right front fender of the 14 High Point Ford taped up, and they're going to try to get him back out in this race.
And at the end of this thing, if you need it, it's priceless.
Scotty B Show. Well, check that out, buddy.
I noticed here, looking at Joe Logano, that shield, it's not clear, right? So did they, it might be just a smoke shield so he can see through it even at nighttime, but normally I would have gone to a clear shield at night. I don't know if they even thought about that, but also there's something on the top of his helmet I'm trying to figure out what that is.
He ran that shield in the duels. Noticed the same thing, and it caught me off guard. Everybody's eyes are different. Everybody's sensitive to different things. You always never know what somebody's going to. Obviously, Denny's got a clear one, but I do agree. I have no idea what that white thing is on the top of his helmet. Definitely different.
And there's a lot of different helmet manufacturers. Hamlin likes a Schubert. A lot of drivers like Stilo or Bell.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
I mean, and a lot of it is the inlet. You see in the back of Kurt Busch's helmet where that hose comes in. That puts a little fresh, cool air. It's not air conditioning necessarily, but it just gives you something to keep you a little cooler and fresher inside that helmet.
Go to the Fox Bet Super 6 app. Still time to play. Clint's Stage 2 contest and take his money.
Win 10,000 for sure.
All right, we're going to come green this time.
All right, here we go. The pace car is off.
Hamlin, Keselowski.
Pace car is off, and we're back to green flag racing, ladies and gentlemen. Back to green flag racing with 22 now laps to go here in stage 1 of the 2021 Daytona 500. Bubba Wallace giving Keselowski a heavy push on the inside, and he goes right past Hamlin. All right, let's get to the secondary screen here.
He's way out front.
Not afraid to push Bubba Wallace. Keep that 2 car. Oh, he's going to go 3 wide through the middle.
Going to the front, baby.
Here we go. Bubba Wallace with an aggressive move to the center. Gets up there into 3rd.
Look at that.
Hamlin goes up high with Kyle Busch. 3 Toyotas leading the field in the 500 here.
At this stage of the race, you're Brad Keselowski. You take note of what just went on there with Bubba Wallace. You thought you might have a drafting partner and a friend. Not at all.
Not that time. Watch how Bubba got that moment.
So top 5, Hamlin, Busch, Priest, Cindric.
22, Joey Logano.
The 23, Bubba Wallace Jr. pushes the 2, Brad Keselowski out there. Then he gets a huge push from Joey Logano. The momentum on the 2 of Keselowski slowed down. That allowed Bubba Wallace in that 23.
Keselowski just hung out to dry there. Hung out to dry.
See ya.
You can hear the RPMs picking up as he's getting the draft, getting that push.
All right, so there's a line forming now on the outside. It's about 5 cars deep, single file.
Gets up there.
Now about 8 cars deep. Logano thinking about going inside. Harvick goes with him to try to form a second line down low.
It is Daytona.
Then Logano changes his mind.
Yesterday, Cedric did what hadn't been done since Randy LaJoy in 1997.
Harvick decides better of it and tucks into that outside line as they are single file going around the top side of Daytona. 20 to go here in stage one.
He must feel like you've been in the book for 24 hours.
I said forced it up. I don't know. It was a lot of fun. We really
All right, Willie, we'll see you next time, buddy.
Penske organization. And tonight, this is his first Cup Series start. He'll do 4 to 5 races this year. The man on top of the box, that's Miles Stanley. He's actually the race engineer for Ryan Blaney. So here's
It is a parade of colorful cars going around the high banks of Daytona right now. No second line. 1, 2, probably about 15 cars back before you see anyone on the inside lane.
And the first Ford in the race. Reese in third, the first Chevrolet, 2 Toyotas up front.
Jeff, when you come down here,
You've got
now, not speed weeks in limited practice.
You've got Logano giving the bumper to the 41 car, trying to tell him, let's go, let's make the inside line.
The duels were good.
But as of right now, it's single file.
The race cars to try to make sure that's the car they started this.
You got to feel like they might just try to click off some laps here. Oh, he got into the back of him because he came up in front of him.
But Cole Custer
moved up the racetrack, anticipating Logano's run and wanted to go by. And look, they lost a bit of distance to the front runners that way.
Well, as this thing starts to get single file, if you're getting stuck on that inside lane, you're just looking as fast as you can to move up, even if you know you're going to block somebody who has a big car.
By the way, William Byron got back out on track.
Harvick in 8th place right now in that single file line on the outside there.
Race fans, instead of going to a commercial break, we're going to stay right here and take you Toyota all out and up front. 2 of those Joe Gibbs Toyotas, Denny Hamlin, Kyle Busch.
Toyota leads the field 2 deep. Hamlin and Busch leading 1-2 in this race.
Hamlin pushes him to the lead. Even though Bubba Wallace and Frank Keselowski took a run at him, these guys prevailed, running first and second now. Leading this train.
Certainly have Coach looking good, don't they? I tell you, in the pre-race show, Jeff, I said, I don't think Danny's got a chance. There's no chance. Lady Luck is part of the equation to win this Daytona 500. Surely they can't strike again. I was looking bad.
How about Christopher Bell working his way up now to the top 10?
Jeff, how he got way back. They had to come in a second time when they tried to do fuel only. The car would not take fuel. They had to come back, raise the deck lid to figure out what was going on. That's
16 laps to go here in stage one, ladies and gentlemen. 16 laps to go. They're single file around the high banks of Daytona International Speedway.
Somewhat formed from the former
A little group of 2 cars on the inside, probably about 20 cars back, it looks like. Those might be lappers.
7th place right now. Up front, Denny Hamlin trying for something with Edge Hitters down before top 4 in 6 straight super speedway races. We continue with Toyota All Out, the world broadcast premiere of Toyota Racing's The Dream with Bubba Wallace. Here's a look. Hey. You see this?
I'm excited to return to the Toyota Racing family. They put their faith in me at a young age, which I am incredibly grateful for. This next step for me, though, is for every kid out there with a dream.
Little commercial here, all about the new Toyota team.
But trust me, no matter what, stand tall and keep pushing.
Pretty cool.
I'm ready.
Check out Toyota Racing on.
All righty, so they're back at it. 14 to go here in stage one. I'll go through the top 10. Hamlin, Busch, Priest, Cindric, Dillon, Larson, Wallace, Harvick, Keselowski, Bell. Single file, outside.
Stage 1. That's the 14 to go. You see in the upper left of your screen. With the 3rd place there, Ryan Priest. Now, a lot's been made up of the Jordans in Toyota Racing. He is the 2nd NBA superstar in NASCAR team ownership. Cleveland Cavaliers All-Star Center Brad Doherty is the co-owner of Ryan Priest's 3rd place running car and the Ricky Stenhouse been for quite a while. What else do Doherty and Jordan have in common? They're both lifelong race fans since childhood. Vince.
Well, Brad Doherty is super proud of the way his JTG Doherty cars have run this week, especially Priest, considering he came in, did not have a guaranteed spot into the 500. In fact, Doherty has talked about the fact they don't have the...
So 13 to go. You figure they'll start jostling here to try to get this stage win here pretty quickly.
Some smart business decisions, but he said, we've got to take advantage of the opportunities we get. They've got a big one today. So far, they've taken advantage.
Showed up down here in Daytona. Got to make this race. Definitely made the race, qualified their way in, run in third.
The fellas that left the blind obvious on the floor. Doherty and Jordan both play basketball at the University of North Carolina.
There's Illy Gilly. Yo, they've been racing for 8 hours. No, there was a red flag for 3 of them. There was a red flag for almost 4 hours. Ben Weather Channel says, I'm still here. Good job, buddy. Thank you much.
Back a couple spots.
Perhaps from 12 to 14.
Every car that tries the inside lane there immediately loses about 2 or 3 spots. Everybody that tries to make it work on the bottom.
In this position, somebody checks out in front of you, you might get a run and make that pass. Chase Elliott, he's wanting to pull some other cars.
Chase Elliott trying to start that second lane on the inside, but he finds very few takers. A lapper down low here.
And he's still coming by himself on the inside. Picked up 2, got alongside Cole Custer in the 41. Gives a little of that back.
Yeah, but what he's really trying to do is get some others to come with him. You know, he's in a position where he's
11 to go here in stage 1 of the 2021 Daytona 500.
You might get somebody ahead of him, somebody behind him to join him, and if they can build that lane up, they will work their way forward.
Hamlin continues to lead with Kyle Busch and Priest in third.
At the end of this stage.
Austin Dillon talking to the number 5 car, telling him through his spotter is talking to the 5 car, telling him here in the next few laps he wants to drop down. So they're not just going to let Hamlin have this first stage win. They're going to try to do something about it.
And maybe move themselves forward and get a few other takers to go with them. We saw this play out during the duel.
Jeff, the 3 car has been sitting back there running about 50% drop because if he can't go 100% stuck back there in the middle of all those cars.
And you could hear him say, the 5 car, I haven't heard a lot about Kyle Larson today. Quietly just hovered around 5th, 6th spot.
Larson's returned to racing today, driving the number 5 car for Hendrick Motorsports.
And watching that drive, think about how much fuel he's saving riding in the impact back there where he's at.
Behind him, Kyle Larson, new to the Rick Hendrick stable. And if you look closely at the paint scheme on Larson's number 5, not the colors, but the graphic layout, boy, does that look like the car that Ricky Hendrick drove.
Illy wants a lead change. I think we're about to have one here, buddy.
Making this move to bring Kyle Larson back.
I think we're about to have one before we get to the end of the stage.
The original number that Rick Hendrick started his organization with.
Back when he was All-Star Racing, and Jeff Bodine won their first race on a day when Rick said, if we can't score today, we're going to have to shut it down. They scored, and the rest is history.
Martin Truex is still out on the track, I just noticed.
Larson 6th. As we close down on the end of stage number 1. Joey Logano's a lonely guy.
Logano went inside, paid for it dearly.
House on the inside.
It's going to take more than one car to do it. They all have to go at once.
Yeah, nobody wants to ride line further back.
When you get that big run, you feel like Superman. Here we go, here we go. You get down there. Let's see what happens.
But now it's Stenhouse, and it looks like you may get Michael McDowell.
Stenhouse, the next one to try to go down lower, and he's going to drop back as well.
Drivers receive championship points, and the stage winner receives a playoff point. He carries with them all season long.
And you might we heard on the radio with Austin.
There is a slow car. I think that's Truex down low.
Guys a little bit further back.
He might draw some of these cars up closer.
Inside 5 to go.
But I don't know. They're pretty much single file through the field. I think Truex is just out there doing laps. Just logging laps. But your top 5 remains Hamlin, Busch, Priest, Cindric, Dillon.
That service.
If what they told us on the telecast is correct, Dillon is going to try to do something here.
At the front, Hamlin and Busch.
And I got to feel like Harvick would go with him on the inside as well. So you could end up with an inside line of Dillon, Larson, Harvick. So some pretty good cars.
When he went into the duel,
Bubba Wallace might even go down there with them.
front, pushing hard, and we saw on the last.
And we know his Toyota's fast.
Aggressive moves to get himself a couple extra positions.
Kid's a racer. I mean, he went over to New Smyrna. Mike, you were telling us.
Chase Elliott busted out and ended up dropping back 6 positions for his trouble.
That was Wednesday night after qualifying here on the John Lewis Memorial in his own modified.
6 to go here in stage 1.
Watch Chase Elliott in the 9. Christopher Bell just ahead in that yellow and black car.
Oh, they got together. Elliott and Bell got together there. That's why Elliott dropped back so far.
That young kid's got some good.
He tried to go to the inside, and Bell turned down on him for some odd reason.
Big time loose with that 9 right there on his quarter.
Denny Hamlin is
And oh shit, the moment for the 9 of Elliott.
leader Blitz, displacing one Jeff Gordon back to 7th, and chasing Bobby Allison for 5th most all time.
Just a matter of time. The way Denny Hamlin runs on these super speedways, especially here at Daytona.
5 to go here in stage 1, folks.
5 to go. In stage 1, no move yet by those Chevrolets.
We're not going to see anything but green on this leader. You're going to run wide open. There's no lifting, no saving any throttle. When you saw that yellow marker, that's actually where the steering wheel is at. So you'll see the
So I'm thinking that the cars 3 through 6 are all Chevrolets.
yeah, the Ford's trying to pull.
Harvick pulls down low, and he's going to stick to it.
There they go.
He might have some help. Keselowski coming up. Nope, Harvick dropping back. Decides, screw this, I'm going back up high. Pulls in front of Keselowski. Nobody will pull down.
That's who I think you're going to see take a shot at it.
I think Cindric will, but I think the 3 of Austin Dillon, the 5 of Kyle Larson might.
Right there when they saw Harvick go down, the spotter for the 3 car should have told him, Harvick's down low, go.
All right, 3 to go in stage 1. Time growing short, at least 1 lap car ahead.
Harvick going down low again. Here he goes. Harvick wants this stage win. He remembers what those points meant in the playoffs last year. 3 cars down there now. They're using a lapper as drafting assistance.
Using Reddick right here, Kevin Harvick following suit in that draft to see if he can run.
And Stenhouse was being
Not enough went down. What is the 3 waiting for? Get down there.
locked down on the inside.
3 to go.
On the stage, pit road will close.
Harvick staying down there. Keselowski, the only one remaining loyal. But he's even looking for a place to get in.
As early as we thought they were.
And does. Harvick dropping back.
Sit on the radio.
Fom checks in, says, what's up, Valhalla? What's up, Fom?
It's going to be on the last lap. He's
What's up, Fom? How you doing, buddy? What kind of raid we got going here?
How about Kyle Larson?
Come on, guys. Nobody's got any sand. Get down there, Logano. Don't just give him this stage win.
Well, that's pretty obvious. That's the plan, except for not for Ricky Stenhouse Jr. But the thing is, okay, so that's what they're going to.
Stenhouse trying to make something happen on the bottom. Everyone's staying up high. Here we go. A group forming on the bottom now. There goes Dillon. Pulls out.
Here is Priest, and down come the Toyotas.
And the Toyotas go down to block the bottom.
Gonna work out.
Now we've got about 4 wide here. Actually, it's going to jingle up a little bit here.
Big run.
Hamlin still got the lead, but he's got some trouble coming. Him and the Busch are separated.
Cindric got into the back of Kyle Larson there.
Final one lap here of stage one. Who's going to get those valuable stage points to start off the 2021 NASCAR season?
11 stages in 2020.
Hamlin's still leading it. Logano goes low trying to get past Bubba Wallace. Wallace blocks, and Hamlin's going to take the win in stage one.
Man, I thought those two guys, Logano and...
They all just waited way too long to try to do anything.
Got him a break right there. Did the right thing. Backed out of it.
He also decides he's going to go below the yellow line. And
So Hamlin wins stage one of today's race.
yeah.
The last lap of stage one.
Alrighty, so we head to a commercial break, ladies and gentlemen. So that's what I could put on the overlay here is who wins the stages. I could make that happen. No, it's not done. We've still got... This is a 200 lap race, folks. We're only 64 laps in. We're about 1/3 of the way home. We're only about 1/3 of the way there. Unless there's rain, of course. He gets some points towards the playoffs, Bradley. So some points towards the playoffs. Ben Weather Channel says I'm still here. Right on. All right, I'm going to go use the restroom, folks, and I'll be right back. Back, folks.
He also said he feels like he's slow out front. They told him this really dense air makes the car a little more draggy than it was the other night.
All right, so pit road is a busy place right now. Looks like Hamlin's going to get off pit road first.
Over Bell and Dillon. And Kyle Busch picks up 5 of those 11 positions he lost in the final half lap of stage one.
Stalin Denny right here. Hey, Denny Hamlin's boring up the booth. You got us?
King Leeway says stage one complete, stage two, and the final 70 laps to go.
You know what I'm more impressed of, to be honest with you? The fact that you pulled out a line, didn't like what you saw, went to the back, avoided that big wreck, or the fact that you're now...
It's lap 67 of 200, folks. 67 of 200. This next stage will be 65 total laps. We've had 6 lead changes, 7 different leaders.
We're definitely fortunate, to kind of play the strategy right there with the if we were able to get to the front. But overall, I mean, I like this view a lot better than sitting back and waiting. But we'll just see how the rest of the race plays out.
Well, man, it was entertaining. I was actually praising you, the fact that you knew to pull out a line. We always talk about how's Denny Hamlin get to the end of this thing. Pulled out a line, avoided that big wreck, and now you're in the lead. So keep up the good work.
Appreciate it. Thank y'all.
Denny Hamlin, Daytona 500 defending champion, and now stage 1 winner.
So Hamlin starts out 2021 hot, just like he was last year. Him and Harvick dominated the season last year with wins, and then Larson came in the playoffs and got the championship in that final race of the season. Fom asks, who's going to win Eastern Conference basketball? I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure. Who do you think? Who do you think? So in a commercial break here, it's kind of the break between the first and second stage here. Let's look at what they've got listed as the current leaderboard. First through fifth is what we'll look at. Hamlin and Christopher Bell in Toyotas lead the field. Graza is showing up again. That Grala is showing up again in third. Austin Dillon in fourth. Cindric in fifth. A lot of weird names up front. I have a feeling it's people that pitted earlier and stayed out on the track. So that might not be an accurate representation of what we're going to have when we get back to racing. Some predictions in the chat about the Eastern Conference there. Emmanuel thinks the 76ers will be first and the Bucks second. And Emmanuel's all about the Jazz. He's all about the Jazz in the Western Conference. Excited to have me some more brewskis, folks. 10 berserkers up in here. Up in here as Thor's army continues to grow. All right, Emmanuel says he's a fan of the Jazz. Ben Weather Channel says, what happened? What do you mean what happened? We're racing.
Welcome back to Daytona as we try to answer the question, how was Kyle Busch in second place with a lap to go on the stage and end up out of the top 10? Well, here's off turn 2.
He's trying to be a good teammate and follow Denny Hamlin, but Ryan Preece had something else in mind. He gets to the outside because he had that push from Austin Dillon. So now the 18's dropping that big spoiler. It's just a parachute in the air, but look what happens here. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. takes him 3 wide.
Yeah, obviously didn't have any help down there whatsoever. In the minutes the help did come, spinning 3 wide. And
Paul throwing up some Thor's army up in the chat. No problem, Ben. No problem, buddy.
Brush the outside wall. Look how hard they're pushing. 5 car getting the push.
Adam Czech checks in, one of our member gang, and says, I just get to see how bad the Wolves can be this year. This season sucks. Guys, I follow a lot of folks on Twitter from Minnesota because of my Viking connection. Adam, and yeah, it's been a tough year for the Wolves. COVID's been having a tough effect on them as well, hasn't it? That one player for the Wolves team, I think a number of his family members have died from COVID.
On these engines at Daytona and Talladega, some drivers, especially when they're upset.
But welcome back to the channel there, member gang.
This Daytona happened.
The plate is no more.
Jeff, you've been doing this a long time. I don't see anything he did wrong.
All right, again, my new Corvette that Paul and Bill are going to buy for me is driving and leading the field to the start of the second stage here. Some of the lapped cars, the ones involved in the earlier wreck, are hitting pit road right now.
Something about that.
All right, we also listened in on Denny Hamlin.
It's like the old super tracky up front. Super low. The air is really, really getting one. Really getting one. So, pretty rare condition will do.
So guys, I conferred with my colleague, Dr. Pelletiti Rara, and of course, dense air is heavier air, and is
No, I said in case they have a rain delay, Ben. If they get to the halfway mark of the race and there's rain, they'll call the race official. That's all I was trying to say. Should it rain?
Well, there's that heavy, dense air.
Well, I got news for the competition. If they figure out how to make that thing fast, they're in big trouble. It's already.
Adam says Cat also missed a number of games. Yep.
We'll make it feel draggier. And all kidding aside, it will make it feel like it's slow.
And you know what else will? When you're out front. Because you're the one pushing all that dense air.
He gets one of them cars pushing on him pretty hard. He'll feel like he's going pretty fast. Especially when they get to pushing, that baby gets to doing that old hospital hop down the back straightaway, sashaying side to side.
All right, so it looks like they finally figured this thing out here. The top five as they get ready to come to green again: Hamlin, Christopher Bell, Cindric, Austin Dillon, Joey Logano, and Brad Keselowski are your top six.
He's never lost a day.
Harvick is way back there in 12th.
I'm just starting to go back in somebody's favor.
It's unreal. Why did I bet against it?
Not over yet, man. We got a long way to go. By the way, we're going to stage 2, boy.
All right, so which manufacturer is going to win?
Hamlin carrying them FedEx colors. Kind of interesting nowadays. There are very few cars that have one sponsor for the majority of the season, and Hamlin is one of those cars, the FedEx sponsorship. Here we go. Green flag, ladies and gentlemen. The start of stage 2 of the 2021 Daytona 500. Lap 7 of 65. They're too wide, a lot of pushing. Hamlin on the inside, the 33 of Cindric on the outside with Logano behind him.
In the 33 with Penske teammates behind him in the 20.
Cars accordion as they come up to speed on the high banks of Daytona. Cindric leading the race now with a crazy push from Joey Logano. Logano's going to dump him near the start and finish line is my guess.
Basically a teammate.
They still are. We haven't seen all week if they are.
Cindric still holding a slight lead over Hamlin on the inside.
Talk about thick air. That is trouble for the spotters as well.
A lot of fog apparently rolling into Daytona, giving the spotters some difficulties. Bradley says we're about to have another wreck.
That is Brandon Banash. He is Austin Dillon's spotter.
Lots of sparks under the cars as the tires come up to air pressure.
The vortex theory. Come on.
Man, I love what I see in Austin Cindric. Great job he did yesterday.
Cindric fighting hard in that 33 car on the outside, and he's going to lead a lap at Daytona.
He had a huge opportunity in his first Daytona 500, and I'll be darned if he is leading this thing.
What Clint's talking about is the theory that these cars create a rising round column of warm air that keeps rain and storms.
Harvick's decided to go down low here in the low line, led by Hamlin. They've got about 6 cars on that low side, with more joining.
But DW was a hell of a salesman, I can tell you that.
Well, there's some rising from the booth as well, I'm sure. Kenny Hamlin back to the front with Christopher Bell and Austin Dillon.
Austin Dillon's going to go to the outside.
All right, Dillon decides to go to the outside here. Hamlin now leading the race as Cindric has dropped back.
He's right back to the front. Now we got
Harvick in a gaggle in the center of the storm here. I don't like it when he's in there.
Harvick in the mix.
Harvick fourth on the inside line.
Stay moves up behind Harvick on the inside in the 42.
Hamlin trying to defend both lines here.
trouble here. Oh, he just
Christopher Bell now on the inside has a slight advantage.
He was trying to work both lanes. If he had not gotten up in front of that 3 car,
It looks like the inside line has the momentum. and the organization at this point. Hamlin on the outside. And there goes Bell. Harvick following that inside line about 3 back. He's trying to pass Hamlin right now. Bell in the lead. Kyle Busch second. Harvick third. Busch decides he's going up top. That leaves Harvick as the leader on the lower line.
Interview question in partnership with Netflix's The Crew. If you join Kevin Harvick's crew, what will your nickname be amongst your new teammates? Tweet your answer now using the hashtag GoCrew and hashtag Busch Contest.
I should have done this Busch Light contest, man. I should have done it, but I didn't.
Hey, I'll try it out for it.
All right, that outside line forming up again, ladies and gentlemen. Forming up. The parade is forming on the outside line at Daytona. Harvick leading the inside line, but he's about 7 cars back with not much help. The only one that appears to be loyal to him is Keselowski in the 2 car. And even that loyalty is waning.
As a race car driver, you're always trying to find where to get established. Who's going to be...
Illy says, I love night races, man. Me too.
And now you're starting to see the front runners are established. I like what
Ben throwing up some Thor's Army up in the channel there. And Illy Gilly says, go Busch. They're single file now, about 20 cars.
Second place, Kyle Busch behind Christopher Bell.
And listen, he gets frustrated and he says a lot of things.
Christopher Bell leading the field here. Bell, Busch, Hamlin, Dillon, Cindric is your top 5.
Short wick, flames up, flames out. Right back at. Here's one of the questions in Click's Stage 2 contest on the box.
You feel like they're going to click off some laps again here. I just have a weird feeling that they're going to knock off some laps.
There's no chance of getting my money back.
Right, Vince.
Adam says, I'm not looking forward to the morning wind chills, 40 below. Not me, buddy. Not me.
And they have been happy with
I couldn't do it.
The duel earlier in the week, and their crew chief Justin Alexander told me earlier in the day, we have got a great race car.
I could not do it, buddy. But we got 10 berserkers up in here as Thor's Army continues to grow late on a Sunday night.
And there have been nothing but good comments coming from Austin Dillon with this 3
Who's already been knocked out of this race. Christopher Bell.
So we went to a race and a parade broke out, ladies and gentlemen. Went to a race and a parade broke out in Daytona. Single file, about 20 cars deep here, ladies and gentlemen. Top side at Daytona International Speedway.
Speaking about air on the nose, debris on the nose for the 20th, Christopher Bell.
Christopher Bell has picked up some debris on the nose of the number 20 DeWalt Toyota. It's only important if you need to get coolness to the radiator. It's about right in the center of the opening down there. Yeah, there are a lot left.
The same thing happened to Chris.
They probably fixed that in about 20 laps here. Adam says, looking forward to Tuesday. Supposed to see the temperature above 0 for the first time since Wednesday night.
To the nose, as long as it keeps it on, the temperature.
Fom says those cars are coming fast. Yes, they are, Fom. Probably about 200 miles an hour, buddy.
Has some shape to it, but as long as the temperature.
So about 3 times as fast as you drive on the freeway.
He's going to have to get out of line and get behind a car and try to knock that debris off.
15 laps complete in stage 2 of the 63rd Daytona 500.
All right, lap 15 of 65 here in stage 2, and they're headed to a commercial break. Headed to a commercial break. It looks like it's one of those side-by-side ones, but I don't like to play the commercials. I don't like to play the commercials, folks. So let's go to the secondary screen here. That'll give you an idea of what we've got going in the top 5 there. I'll refresh that bad boy. I wonder if this raw feed would be the way to do this. But then I turned very red. I turn very red when we do that. Illy's talking about something about the audio.
I'm going to open 2 beers. Okay. You tell me which sounds more refreshing. This one? Or this one?
All right, my executive assistant bringing me some chips and dips.
The second one. That's due for Bush.
Chips and dips for a little snack. Thank you, dear.
Have you or a loved one been wronged by prepaid breakfast?
As your back, dropping the hammer. Some of these made-to-order breakfast sandwiches purchase $4. Get the breakfast you deserve now too for $4. Only at Wendy's.
I am huge.
Let's go back to this screen here for now. Very little has changed. Like I said, they're in single file and they're knocking off some laps here. Your top 5 is Bell, Bush, Hamlin, Dillon, Cindric. But as I mentioned, next week Daytona will be racing on the road course at Daytona. I don't believe I'll be doing that race. The schedule for the channel this week is Kings hockey on Tuesday, Lakers basketball on Thursday. And then we'll figure out the weekend as we get closer.
Denny Hamlin on point. Chevy of Austin Dillon, 4th to 4. Mustang of Austin Silver. Still 23 cars on the lead lap. 28 cars in the race.
Gilly liking the music we play during the commercial breaks.
Next year, and I know you miss it. Take us for a ride here.
I don't miss this part, Jim. It's never any fun.
We're about to get our own music here on the channel, Gilly.
Look for right here. Just take it.
Viewer called Don't Care Bears band is doing some rock and roll for us to play.
The biggest thing I look over here on the left and see their throttle. I'm trying to save my crew chief and my team
Doing our very own songs to play in between breaks.
effectively, so I don't lose a gap where they're going to stack up and try to pass me or put me, in a hole and I can lose positions. But if I can save fuel, this is definitely a great opportunity to do that. That's about it, though. That's all you can do right here. Long laps, and make sure you get to the end. Our box colleague, Jamie McMurray.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, Gilly.
15th.
Pretty cool, man.
And there's some one-off ride in the Spire 77. We kidded him during the week, told him we were going to dial him up.
King Yellowman checks in. Who else is getting spring fever? I am.
Then he thought about it.
I'm ready. That's my mission this week. My mission this week is to get the pool filter cleaned and get the backyard ready for spring.
Heart rate there, 124.
Yep, Turner is back.
155 earlier.
I tweeted that as much last night on the tweet. Give me a follow on Twitter, folks. At Valhalla Sports on Twitter.
A whole lot of downforce coming to the front of that car.
Yeah, I was happy for him. Obviously, it's been a while since he's been in the car. He got caught up in that wreck, and you and I both were like, dang it, and when we saw him down there in the mud, but it's really not all that damaged.
One of our favorite little Fox feature races, Jamie on Jamie.
Yeah, it's fun to get to do that again. I miss Jamie.
Bradley Helstein, Lake Show 22, Nuggets 21.
The team was.
I'm not even going to worry about the Lakers anymore until it's the second half.
You guys were just saying that.
They come back every game in the second half.
Look at how fine they're having. He said, I know what you want. We need to work on it. They said, as soon as we come in next time, we'll look you up, they said.
Yeah, not only does that hurt the speed.
Bradley, I'm having me some Lay's potato chips and some,
Is trying to lift the nose.
what is this, French onion dip.
He's really pushing through the corner.
Probably getting a little tight right now, huh, Jeff?
French onion dip. Am I too loud on the mic?
Because he actually wants to try to get some air, and because that car's
If I am, I apologize. But I'm going to keep eating them.
2010 winner of this race. He's not just here to ride in the Daytona 500. He wants that car fixed so he can get up there and try to win.
Mike, you ever heard a race car driver use this term when they're whining and complaining about their car?
Here we go. Single file parade on the high banks of Daytona. How many people remember a few years back where they had that tandem racing? That shit was fun.
In stage 2, you're 13 laps from halfway.
It's not too loud, Ben. Good.
Becomes official tonight.
Not too loud. That's good.
As they come off turn number 4, we'll let you know when to turn it back down. But for right now, crank it up.
All right, Fox gonna crank it up. Brandy Lewis up in here, up in here. What's up, Brandy? Welcome back. Welcome back, Brandy. There's no set time, Fawn. There's no set time when it's over. It's whenever the laps run out or it rains. Well, we're currently in lap 89 of 200. 89 of 200, so getting close to the halfway mark in this race. 11 more laps, 11 laps, and if it should rain, they could call the race official at that point. Billy Gilly says, vroom. Have you ever been to a race, Billy Gilly? It's amazing. Brandy says, I'm freezing my ass off here. Minus 5 below. Why? Why is it minus 5 below? Weather. So that's what's going on here. They're in this single file line because everybody is afraid to pull out and go down low because they figure they lose between 5 and 8 positions every time they do it. That tandem racing a few years back was beautiful. I thought it was fun. Emmanuel says this is a good race. Nah, I don't agree with you there, buddy. I like it when they're jostling. I like when they're battling on every Illy Gilly says, no, it's a long ride from New York City, but me and Pops will get to it. Yeah, you got to go to one, buddy. The feeling when they go by you, if you're like standing down at the bottom of the stands here, when the field goes by you, your heart, it's like being on a roller coaster and going downhill. It is an unbelievable surge of adrenaline and speed.
91 laps complete here in Daytona.
Bradley says, I like Bristol. Bradley, did you see that they were saying earlier in this race that they're going to put dirt on the Bristol track for the race this year? It's going to be a dirt track race.
A lot of people didn't pick Gibbs right now.
Pick Gibbs because Jake, that's money, please.
I'm going to need a little bit of money to get home. I don't live in Florida, Jack.
Well, certainly those Gibbs Toyotas have done.
All right, Bell continues to lead this race.
But as we saw before, look who's in 4.
It's Toyotas. It's Toyotas 1 through 3. The first Chevrolet is Austin Dillon in 3rd.
Now we get to the end of this stage. This might shake things up. Plus, we might have some reflex.
And then that Cinder car, the 33, is a Ford. So Toyota, Chevy, Ford.
Use whatever tools you have at hand as they do the not-so-happy dance on the splitter of Jamie Mack.
All right, and we are headed to another commercial, ladies and gentlemen. Headed to another commercial. All right, rolling on the bottom of your screen there, folks, is my social media. I need some help here, folks. Valhalla Sports Talk, obviously, here on YouTube. Valhalla Sports Talk on Instagram. Valhalla Sports Talk on Facebook. And we are Valhalla Sports on Twitter. Give us a follow on Twitter, folks. We do a lot of announcements there. Bradley says a dirt track race would be fun. They're going to do it, man. They're going to put dirt in Bristol and have a dirt track race at Bristol this year. Report says this race is still going on. They had a 5-hour red flag, buddy. 5 or 4 hours. Yep, that's true. I took a 3-hour nap during the rain delay. These chips and dips are delicious, but you know what that means? I'm gonna have to get me another ear. Brandy says, I have a dirt track 10 minutes from my house. You leave the race covered in dust. Yes, you do. Yes, you do, and that's America. We have one about an hour north in Tucson that I have yet to ever go to. Maybe I'll do that here. So the Dodge Ram was named the Motor Trend Truck of the Year for the 3rd year in a row. That's pretty amazing. All right, here we go. Let's get back to it.
That people don't associate with NASCAR would be you.
How many of you people like those Ram trucks? I can't stand that to shift it into gear, you have to turn a little turn thing. That's weird. That shit's weird.
We go to Darlington, we go to Rockingham, we go to Charlotte, we came down to Daytona.
Randy prefers drag racing.
We spend the whole day. And from that point on, I've been hooked.
Bradley says anyone having a Daytona 500 party today likely ran out of beer and is passed out. True. Luis is laughing at the Dodge Rams.
He owned an insulation shop in Wilmington, North Carolina. That also housed the race car.
I sold Dodgers for a little while, but that whole turning the knob thing to put it in gear, that was too weird. That's a deal breaker for me. Give me a shift lever. Yeah, the 8-speed transmissions.
I can tell you, yeah, he's here, buddy, and it's so cool to have him here and a part of this.
Emmanuel says I don't like the turning round race. Well, I'm sorry, buddy.
It's almost surreal for me. Everybody grew up idolizing this guy, and to see him being a part of our sport, it couldn't be better.
Well, we got 15. That's close to our high of the day. We had 20 this morning before the crashes. But it's pretty cool. We haven't had any issues since this one started. I restarted the computer and the modem during the rain delay. Hopefully that helped. Lap 34 of 65. Your top 5 is Bell, Busch, Hamlin, Dillon, Cindric still.
Very good point right there. As soon as he said just what you and I did,
they're running into some traffic.
we looked exactly what he was talking about, and he's right. It's wet.
Stops coming up.
All right, they're going to another commercial break here, so we got to pause it for the music. General Thor is here visiting, and he wants some chips and dips as well. I'm a Chevy guy too, Luis, even though we have a Chevy Silverado. I remember those days on Instagram back in March. On Instagram? Illy, I'm thinking about getting me a TikTok. I got a TikTok account, but I'm thinking of posting on TikTok. I'm thinking about learning some dances and doing TikTok videos. Bell got Kyle Busch's old crew perm? Well, it's showing. see if we can get Thor up here. I don't think it'll work. Here. You want it? Here. Don't just drool. Come up here and get it. See the people on TV. Come here, buddy. You don't fall for it. He's just a good dog. Yeah, pretty wild. Kyle Busch wins 2 championships with that crew chief and then just gets sick of him and says, I want a new one, huh? NFL and MLB production says, is this race being finished tomorrow? No, they're going to finish it tonight, dude. This race will finish tonight, folks. They are at lap 102 of 200. That means we are at the official mark of the race. And should the rains come, they will just call it, and a winner will be named.
For the crossed flags, 100 laps halfway in the Daytona 500, and per the NASCAR rules, this race will be official tonight. Whether
so they will not be racing tomorrow.
To run the entire 200 laps, that is our goal. But we will crown a winner of the 500 this evening. Next, Toyotas 1, 2, 3, original Childers Chevy in 4th, and Penske Fords in 5th.
Yeah, no lie, Illy. I learned my lesson last year on these NASCAR races. You can't really, I mean, I'll pick select ones that I'll do this year, but I'm not going to try to do every one of them. Because this weather shit messes with them.
18 car made up those spots that he lost on pit road. He gained 5 spots on pit road. And so, you got to give that team a lot of credit. Not only did they do a nice job getting to the front, but that pit crew helped him out, probably calmed him down a little bit too. Here comes
Bradley in the chat doubting the Lakers. We like when you doubt the Lakers, Bradley. We like when you put doubt on them. All right, here we go. We got some folks coming down pit road here. Green flag pit stops. Harvick among the first to head down pit road.
Also the wrench in the rear, fuel only for the 22 of Logano.
Lap 40 of 65 here in stage 2. Lap 104 of 200 in the race. Harvick service is done to the number 4 Busch Light Ford Mustang, and he's off.
So the Ford contenders near the front of the field made their green flag pit stop. There are 4 Toyotas out there, not counting Martin Truex, who is 8 laps down, and the rest are Camaros.
Have to come in at least within the next 3 to 4 laps, and we've been seeing even in the dual race and the
25 laps to go in this stage, folks. In the 2021 Daytona 500, there will be a champion of the 500 crowned tonight here on Valhalla Sports Talk.
Right now, led by Christopher Bell, maybe 8 or 9 cars, compared to 4 or 5 Fords that just came down pit road. The longer they stay out on this track, the faster they're going to make up time and just build that gap to those Fords that just came under green.
Yeah, the only thing the Fords can do right there is get together as soon as possible. You can see they're finally found each other, get to pushing on one another.
So it was the Fords that came down first.
This big pack is going to run them down. So Larry, with only 4 Toyotas, can they afford to stop by themselves, or do they need to stop with some of those Chevys?
Mike, when you're out front, you have no choice. You're the one making the call up there.
All right, we should see a group this time.
Uh-oh. So the Fords that just pitted are about to get passed by the field.
Had a hand out the window, and Chase Elliott fakes to come with them.
They come with them, guys. We've been watching their throttle. They've been saving fuel. They're going to let those Toyotas come by themselves.
Pitting under green right here, there's strength in numbers.
All right, the Toyota's coming down pit road with 24 to go in the stage. That's the race leader, Bell, Kyle Busch.
Well, Christopher Bell was
Denny Hamlin.
heated the brakes to make sure that what you saw happen there did not. A little bit free as he got on the pit road. That race car has been good. Now Bush on the right of your screen. That car's a little bit loose on the floor.
Yep, Toyota's 1, 2, 3. Coach Gibbs, formerly of the Washington Redskins, a Hall of Fame member in both the NFL and NASCAR, I believe.
Yeah, when you're that leader like Christopher Bell was, you don't have your foot on the brake, so you need to put a little heat coming down that back straightaway as you're getting to 3 and 4. Just get a little bit of temperature in those brakes and help those 4 tires under braking come together.
And doing that, you do have to put your foot on. You drag the brakes a little bit, get that temperature up. If you don't, it will.
All right, here comes a 37 car to pit with 22 to go.
By pitting without friends.
It doesn't even look like they're going to put any tires on.
Bradley says I drive a Camry, but that son of a bitch don't go 200 miles an hour. No, they don't.
See the Chevrolets pulling down now. Look for them to pit this lap.
You see the hands out the window.
Cooperation right here. We saw it yesterday in the Xfinity race. Stacked them up coming on the pit road. Big wreck.
Now, the varying strategy, the Fords, remember, didn't.
All right, so I think we still have a group that has not pitted yet, and they're going to come in this time.
Here comes the Chevrolets.
This is the Chevys.
Execution.
Vince.
Well, Austin Miller's team warning him about some wet spots on pit road. You see him pulling in along with Kyle Larson.
14 berserkers in the chat, ladies and gentlemen, as this will conclude green flag pit stops here in stage 2 of the 2021 Daytona 500. Chase Elliott in the pitch right now, as he is a member of the Chevy Brigade.
With Ross Chastain coming in, stayed way out toward the grass.
So let's see what it looks like when they get out here.
Then he cut sharply into his pit.
Here we go. Harvick bringing the field around to the exit of pit road here.
Chevrolets going through turns 1 and 2, entering the back straightaway.
Harvick currently showing 8th on my TV screen here, but I think he might be the leader when this thing cycles out.
Green flag pit stop. That will take us to the end of stage 2. Chevy's back to speed. Ford's by on the outside.
Sorry, Mike. These Fords got a big head of steam. They also got some Toyotas in there. Those Chevys are going to try to stall them out. Oh, no, this is not going to work out for Denny Hamlin on the top.
Jamie McMurray is there and not quite to full speed.
Oh, Bubba let Denny Hamlin in.
Definitely stalled out that momentum.
So the Toyotas are together in the middle of the pack here now. Chase Elliott leading the field here. So the top 5 is check that. Top 5 is Larson, Elliott, Harvick, Logano.
Side back from that 2, slowing him down, pulling him off for the rest of those Fords right there.
And now it's mostly all one pack again. After 3 groups of pit stops along party lines.
Right, the field brought together after the pit stops, and they're going to head to another commercial. Why would you go to a commercial now? They're stacked up a little bit. But they do, because they don't listen to me. They don't listen to me, ladies and gentlemen. Kerm says, I think a lot of the guys are going to get tires in stage 3. Luis Betancourt says, I had a Camry rental car new in 2020. They are all hype. America cars feel better, smoother. Well, I worked in the car business and sold every one of them just about. Camrys, Malibus, all that stuff. They're all about the same to me. I sold Dodges, I sold Toyotas, never sold Ford. Let's see your rankings in the chat. This will be interesting. Let's see your rankings in the chat of the truck brands. Let me get your top 4 as far as looks. Which one do you think's the nicest? Of the big 4, what do you think are the nicest trucks? For looks. Looks alone. I'm going to shock the world here. I'm going to say, for looks wise, not which one I want to know, but for looks, I would say the Ram is the nicest looking pickup out there right now for the body style. Followed by Chevy, Ford, then Toyota. All right, let's get back to it.
Prior to the caution coming out for the 5th time tonight. Hamlin up the middle, Kevin Harvick to the inside. That's Kyle Larson on the outside.
There we go. Them Toyotas are back up front again.
Cars coming with that much more speed.
Yeah, brand new.
Big wiggle out of Bubba Wallace right there.
Louis says Chevy Silverado, period.
He has a left rear tire going down.
Bradley says Ford, Toyota, Chevy, Dodge.
The 20, as he goes into turns 1 and 2, you can see boy Bubba and Kyle get together a little bit. Stay out of trouble. Look at the left rear tire. You can already see right there. It's starting to get a little soft. Slow leak in that left rear, and now you can really see.
I'm telling you, if Dodge did not have that weird selector switch for their transmission, I would consider them heavily.
Stenhouse may had a little.
Remembering, I sold them. I did sell them. But the Silverados are my favorite.
On for the ride. There goes Chase Elliott. Let's ride with him through this.
What happened here? We're under yellow, folks. What the hell did I miss? Oh, the 20 car, Bell, ends up in the wall and triggers a mini big one here.
Chase Elliott was runs his spotter, Andy John, helped him get through it. And remember, the 20 machine, Christopher Bell, that car only changed right side tires on that last pit stop.
So Bell was way up there at one point in this race, and we got another wreck on the track. And he's on pit road. I'm going to step away for just a moment.
18 laps in NASCAR Cup racing. Entering today, he led 32 in this Daytona 500 thus far.
There's the damage to the left rear, Kyle Larson.
He saw Ricky shoot up when he got collected by the 20, got into his left rear. I think.
So involved here, you got Larson, LaJoy, Gralla, Christopher Bell. 6 cars, I think, total.
Clint, when you do green flag stops like that and the fields get split up, man, it is just.
Yep, another yellow flag, Paul.
Going through all these cars, flying through.
A lot of momentum changes. Everybody's catching one another. It all seems to come to a head.
They made it through the green cycle pit stop.
They've just been in.
And now we've got cars on pit road again, even though they've just been in. Some of them adding tires.
There's that damage to the right side of the 5 car.
The 5 car of Larson involved. Elliott on pit road as well.
See
that damage we were talking about with the 5 right there. Very, very important to utilize this opportunity to make darn sure you get those fenders pulled out. No harm, no foul right now, but if you go out and cut a tire down, you do it in your 500.
So they were right near the front of the field there, and Bell gets loose. A tire or something goes down, almost takes out Wallace, but doesn't, and then hits the wall, comes across traffic. And we are headed to another commercial break. I'm going to use the restroom real fast, folks. Billy, go out to Valhalla and get you some beer. Come on, just take 3 of them. Luis says Dodge is making Ram their own brand name. Yeah, they've been talking about that for a few years. Brandy says I like the old square body pickups the most. Me too. The mid-'80s ones, no lie. But, oh, I forgot to read Brandy's ranking. Colorado, Ford F450, Nissan Titan, then the Silverado? Nissan Titan? And Brandy liked the mid-size truck better than the full-size one. Interesting. I'm back under yellow. Let's get back to it.
As he makes his way into his pit. See, that's a wheel bearing.
Late night brewski.
I mean, when that wheel bearing, that grease gets hot like that, man, it just...
They got a car on pit road that caught on fire on the passenger side rear, and they're trying to put it out, but it's an ornery one. It's an ornery one.
You know, I'm not saying that's what's going on here, but that's quite the fire. You know, all those teams that just pitted for 4 tires, I like that move because we're going to go back racing with just over 10 laps to go to the end of the stage.
Paul likes the old school square bodies as well.
At this stage.
Shows you how hot a wheel bearing can get. They put that fire out 3 or 4 times. An example of that you'll see, and we've covered it in this sport, some hauler's been burnt down over time on the road. It's usually a wheel bearing.
That Colin Racing team, a mainstay in the Xfinity Series, making a move up to Cup here.
Nice little flame shooting out of that tire there.
And it looks like their day is done. The AMR safety team.
10 berserkers up in here, ladies and gentlemen. We will crown a Daytona 500 champion tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
All you got. It's what it's
Bring another bottle.
Jamie?
These guys are racers. They are not done yet, Mike. They just said, hey, well, if you have enough brake, you know, we can pull a tear off, get you cleaned up, and get you back out. Meanwhile, it's still on fire.
Larry, you tell me that I'm out. I don't trust you anymore, Larry.
I told my drivers to do a lot of dumb things, but that might not be one of them.
it's
And the car is actually rolling out of pit road, covered in the fire extinguisher dust.
Sunday on Fox, right back here at Daytona, but not on the 2.5 mile.
3566 is a subscriber count, folks. So we picked up about 6 today. That's pretty cool.
11 a.m. Eastern on FS1. Then switch over to Fox at 2:30.
Paul says the 50s or 60s trucks. Wow, that's a long way back.
On the Fox Sports app, Chase Elliott, the winner here.
Again, they'll be racing right back here at Daytona next week on the road course.
Back down here for that.
Had a lot of fun. The Busch clash was a heck of a race.
boys.
Uh-oh, that bead on the back of the 16 car is on fire again.
Kaz, the torch
I just don't have a good feeling about this.
This is not the underglow lights from the All-Star.
He's at speed, but he's going to have to bring that thing in.
To get back. Oh, yeah, something major just broke.
Well, the radio works. We listened in.
Channel went to the floor. Fire. There's a fire. Big fire.
There's a fire, a big fire.
Spotter break.
Hey, there's Billy Long. What's up, Billy?
Yeah, Mike.
Luis Betancourt says Chevy C10 was a sweet truck. That's what I'm talking about, them C10 bodies. I think that's what Brandy's talking about, too. Here we go. We're headed back to green, ladies and gentlemen. Headed back to green. Let's get rid of that yellow,
Denny Hamlin.
and let's make it green.
Out front.
Hamlin, Harvick, Logano, Busch, and Cedric, your top 5.
And the top 8 of them.
Come on, Cedric, get up there and help him. Get on his bumper. Hamlin blocking the top there.
Big pushes right here. Both
Getting
lanes.
squirrely. Harvick now pushing Hamlin. Logano going for the lead on the inside with Kyle Busch behind him.
With the Fords, he was right on the back bumper of Joey Logano.
And they are nose to nose
Joey's a veteran.
headed through the tribal, I believe.
When you're aggressively pushing it, so watch for Kyle Busch. Oh, we're going to go 3 wide.
3 wide now. Harvick on the outside. Hamlin in the middle. Harvick takes the lead.
He's one of his biggest.
Can he hold it and lead his first laps of the 2021 Daytona 500? Logano coming fast on the inside. Harvick going down, thinking about blocking. Gets down in front of Hamlin, but can't get down in front of Logano. Now he's in front of Logano on the inside lane. Harvick leading. Toyota's trying to link up on the top. Harvick goes up there to block and does. Hamlin now pushing Harvick.
When they got 3 wide, he's the one.
Bubba Wallace trying to make some noise.
He got stuck out there 3 wide and went straight to the back.
So it's Harvick, Hamlin, Bubba Wallace, Joey Logano, and Brad Keselowski, your top 5. The cream always rises to the top, ladies and gentlemen.
And there they go.
Toyota's getting hooked up on the inside. Hamlin with Wallace.
From the 23rd.
And Keselowski goes with them. Harvick now waiting for some help from Elliott.
Pretty light on his feet, it looks like. You've got fast cars.
All right, let's get this green thing off the screen here. Let's go over here to screen 8.
That's what it is.
And here they go. Harvick now in the top lane with the Toyotas.
Plus, there will be a caution at the end of the stage.
And what I'm seeing here, Mike, there might be another one.
Might be. More money. How many did you guess? How many cautions in stage 2? Counting the stage ending caution.
More discussion about the C10 body style for the Chevrolets.
Each and every week, follow along with our fans.
That top line seems to have the momentum.
Your money.
Only, I appreciate that, yeah. That's the best part. It'll only get better. All right, Jamie is caught up with Cass Gralla and the local fire department.
All right, Gralla's out of his car.
You just kept on trucking even though you were still on fire. What led to that in your mind?
You know, honestly, I'm not sure what the issue is. We made some contact there in that last crash. We blended up on the pit lane and just
That top lane is forming again.
the lucky dog position, which we did.
And everyone's trying to bail out up in there. You still got the 2 Penske cars on the inside. And the other one, Logano, decides he ain't having that shit either. And there Brad joins him as well. So we've got the parade re-linked up with 9 to go here in stage 2. Your top 10, Hamlin, Wallace, Harvick, Elliott, Dillon, McDowell, Priest, Keselowski, Logano, and Kyle Busch.
And put ourselves in a spot to get it.
Yep, Hamlin in first again.
I think we would have. So really disappointing end. I'm not really sure why, but we'll get to the bottom of it here.
Thanks, Cass. Mike?
9 to go here in stage 2, so this thing will not stay single file for long, ladies and gentlemen. Someone is going to try to prevent Hamlin from winning 2 stages in the first race of the season.
18.
I mean, there's barely enough room for a car lane there. I don't know if Kyle Larson checked up to allow Kyle Busch in, but
Without a doubt, Larson checked up to let Kyle Busch in that top lane there. He might think about that later.
8 laps to go in stage
The nose of Harvick's Ford pushing on Bubba Wallace as they go to another commercial break. Side by side, but I'll have to mute the volume if I hear any music. Wallace now giving a push to Hamlin, who's leading again in this Daytona 500. Can Hamlin win his 3rd Daytona 500 in a row? More talk about classic trucks in there.
In some places, they tax flatulence, the kind that comes from cows. If you're 100 in New Mexico,
Harvick content for now, pushing these Toyotas around the top line.
why there's a credit.
Will he stay there? Is the question. Will he stay up front there to the end of the stage? I do not think so. I think he'll go and expect that the other guy next to him on our overlay will go with him.
Intuit TurboTax Live.
It's a year since Fox Nation last visited the border. As a new administration enters the White House, the cartels are...
All right, let's stop that commercial there before we end up getting political. But it continues to be top 5 of Hamlin, Wallace, Harvick, Elliott, and Dillon, with 6 to go here in stage 2. Still single file there. It looks like it's about 15 cars, maybe. 1, 2.
For second guessing.
Yeah, maybe about 15 cars in that lead pack, all single file on the top side of Daytona International Speedway.
From the braking to the high banks, I am proud.
Ben says, I'm still here and still a member. Right on, Ben.
February 19th and 21st. Tickets available now.
What's up with the bipolar vortex bad weather channel? Or bad weather channel.
Sir, Little Caesars has the lowest price pizza delivered, guaranteed.
Price is one thing. Taste is another.
A couple cars in trouble, in danger of losing the draft. I think it's mostly cars that have been involved in wrecks in this one. They're showing them right now. It includes Kurt Busch in the one car.
75 laps to go.
All right, back to it. 75 to go in the race, 5 to go in the stage.
Trying to do what no driver has
Single file up top. Hamlin,
third.
Bubba Wallace, Kevin Harvick, Chase Elliott, Austin Dillon are your top 5.
Bubba Wallace in second, Kyle Busch in 10th, Christopher Bell just off the lead draft in 19th, and Martin Truex 8 laps back in 25th.
In stage 1, we heard
12 berserkers up in here as we get close to the third stage in the Daytona 500.
It'd be interesting to see the experience in Kevin Harvick, if he'll back these guys up and try to make it move a little bit sooner when that move will come.
100%.
How about Ryan Kozlowski there, right behind Ryan Preece?
It's weird seeing Keselowski in a Daytona 500 without the Miller sponsorship. They pulled back quite a bit on their sponsorship of the car this year.
Teammate back there had that communication, but then you've got to rely on the guy behind him, Kyle Busch, to come along for the ride. And I don't know if Kyle Busch is going to do that. So it's going to be fun to watch these two guys try to orchestrate this. But I think there's several drivers in this line that are thinking about doing the same thing as you mentioned, Kevin Harvick.
Let me into a situation.
Glenn Human checks in, says best vehicle of all time, hands down, the Subaru Brat. Hot take. There's a hot take in the chat, ladies and gentlemen, and it's provided to you by Glenn.
When they come to the line, it'll be 2 laps to go. Stage 2, the pit road will be closed.
I wouldn't take one of those if you gave it to me, Glenn, for free.
To that last stage, remember he worked with that with his
I wouldn't take one if you gave it to me for free.
stay on the rear bumper of the 11 of Denny Hamlin. That's going to open up the door for Kevin Harvick, Chase Elliott, Austin Dillon.
Remember what happened to the fellow who was second at the end of stage?
Billy Long says, how did Bubba work his way in? He's in that new team. He's on the new Michael Jordan, Denny Hamlin team.
A little bit slower.
They got in on speed.
See if he can make his move getting into 3.
Plus, I think they have a charter. They have a charter as well. Here we go. They're making a move on the inside line here. It looks like the Fords. Here they come. Bubba Wallace drops down low, gets rid of Hamlin. And so it's Wallace, Hamlin, Harvick, and I think that's McDowell.
1 to go. It's stage 2.
1 to go here in stage 2, and we're going to have a hell of a lap here, folks. Bubba Wallace trying to lead his first stage lap here in 2021, but it looks like he might have too big of a lead here. Keselowski pushing hard on McDowell on the inside lane. McDowell looking for a place to go, runs into the back of Bubba Wallace hard. Hamlin on the outside in the lead. Harvick out there with him. Harvick getting a push from Chase Elliott right now.
Logano as the middle moves forward, and Hamlin comes down to cover.
Gosh, these guys are driving.
Bubba Wallace down low, leading the field at this point.
Wallace on the bottom, Hamlin on the top.
All the pushers are pushing.
White checkers to end stage.
And here we go. Hamlin out front. Harvick drops down to the middle, down low.
Good race back there. Good race.
Man, I think Harvick could have maybe gotten to the quarter pound.
It looks like Hamlin won the stage. Hamlin won the stage. Harvick just behind him in second. Wallace third. Elliott fourth. Austin Dillon fifth, ladies and gentlemen. Hamlin stage 1 and 2 winner here in the 2021 Daytona 500.
Denny Hamlin has now passed Bobby Allison on the all-time list of Daytona 500 lap leaders for 5th.
All right, and they're going to take a little break here, I imagine. Probably come in and pit the cars. pit the cars. We're going to go to a commercial. Let's go back to our other screen here. Nice little ending there to stage 2. Billy, are you asking if Bubba started near the back? Yes, he did. Salvador Chavez up in here, says, hi, my friend. What's up, Salvador? Luis Betancourt hyping the El Camino. And Emmanuel says, wow, 15 berserkers up in here. Commercial break. This is the break between stages 2 and 3. The final stage coming up. It'll be 70 laps, ladies and gentlemen. 70 laps to determine the champion of the 2021 Daytona 500. I'll be right back. Asks if I remember the little VW pickup trucks in the early 80s. Yes, I do. My roommate, when I first got out of the Army, had one of those. He said he never changed the oil on it in 10 years. And he drove it till it had almost 250,000 miles on it. He never changed the oil. Brandy says, my boyfriend pulled up at a Pacer in high school. I dumped him on the spot. Brandy don't play, ladies and gentlemen. Brandy don't play. Brandy don't play. Not a fan of the Pacer, apparently. But what's up, Salvador Chavez? What's up, buddy? What is this? McDonald's with a commercial here. It says Mighty Hot Sauce for their chicken McNuggets. Billy Long hyping the little Mitsubishi trucks, too. I remember those. I do remember the Jeep ones, too. Actually, Luis, my friend's truck was not a VW. It was a Jeep pickup truck. Here they come down pit road, ladies and gentlemen. Here comes the field down pit road, led by Hamlin, Harvick, and Wallace. Everybody coming in to service their rides for this final 70 laps. Luis Betancourt says the AMC Gremlin was interesting. Yeah, until you got hit in the back and that thing exploded. All right, I think the Toyotas might have only taken 2 tires here. Harvick on pit road for a long time for some reason. But he's going to beat the Toyotas off pit road. So as they come off, it's Dillon, Hamlin, McDowell, and then they took the graphic away from me. Let's get back to it.
How close was it at the end of stage 2? Let's have a look here.
Hamlin beat Harvick by about the hood of his Toyota.
Hey, Kevin, this is Jeff up at the Fox Sports booth.
They're interviewing my guy Harvick right now.
Well, man, I thought that was the end of the Daytona 500, not the end of stage 2, the way you guys are racing pretty wild. Walk us through that move and then maybe set that up for the end of the race. How do you time that maybe a little bit sooner to be able to win the Daytona 500?
I think the pushes will be a little bit harder, a little bit sooner. Chase was, giving a good push, but really attached me as I went through the second half of that corner to really gain some momentum. So, I think we're just trying to keep ourselves up front. This is a lot different than we've raced in the past. Trying to grab some stage points. With the wreck early and less cars, it seems like it gets pretty tame, pretty quick with the highlights. So just trying to take care of our bush light board, but also keep ourselves positioned towards the front.
Well, man, I'll tell you what, it's been pretty exciting. It looks like as we wind this thing down to the finish, you're starting to show what you've got to win another Daytona 500. Go have a great night. Looking forward to this final stage here.
Can't forward, man. Thank you.
He won the 500.
All right, I am back. Here comes the second group down pit road. The lap cars coming down pit road right now.
Pit stops at the end of stage 2. Hamlin over.
All right, and they're headed to another commercial. Let's take down our yellow flag graphic as they're about to go green, folks. Luis says the Joe Azuzu commercials in the 80s. They were funny, huh, dude? They were funny. They were good stuff. Looks like Bush has a new commercial called The Bobby Spencer Story. Interesting. I'll check that out. But we got 13 berserkers up in here. Probably going to have that as we approach the end of this running of the 2021 Daytona 500, the great American race, ladies and gentlemen. The great American race. Not a hugely attended stream after a number of issues early on today and the big rain delay. But we brought it to you as promised here on the channel. Bobby's still over there on his channel grinding out Warzone. I'll probably join him after the race here for a little bit. Bad Dog doing crazy Lakers numbers now. Crazy. 2.3K in his stream for the Lakers game. Adriana checks in just to say America. F yeah, goodbye. I'm going to let that go. Nuggets killing the Lakers right now, apparently, according to Bradley. Nuggets killing the Lakers. We will be doing a Lakers stream on Thursday night, folks. Luis says in California, people would lower the pickup trucks and put lowrider tires on them and go cruising. I remember that, buddy. I remember them doing that. Going down to Hollywood and cruising the boulevard. Now they do it on PCH there through Redondo Beach and Hermosa Beach, Manhattan Beach, all those places. Luis Betancourt says the Denver Butt Nuggets. All right, let's get back to it.
Quarter panel. Christopher Bell got the free pass on that caution, so he'll be back on the lead lap.
So lap 134 of 200, ladies and gentlemen. We're 2 hours and 35 minutes into the race. 19 lead changes, 12 leaders, 6 cautions. And Hamlin has won both stages 1 and 2. 66 to go here. Will he win his third Daytona 500 in a row?
Repeats, this would certainly rank right up there should it happen for Denny Hamlin. Now, in partnership with Netflix's new show, The Crew, Bush is interviewing for a paid spot on Kevin Harvick's racing crew. Tweet your answer to each question during the race for your chance to win.
Paul said his 65 Impala was a lowrider. Brandy said the trend of canting your tires until they rode on the side of the tires was just dumb.
Side of a standard NASCAR gas tank.
I totally should have done this crew thing. I know all these answers.
What do you mean? I signed up. I went through it.
We're still not eligible.
Maybe they'll see my stream and hook me up. Bye. Have a good night, buddy.
A safety violation. They had a torch on the hot side of the pit box. Larry, why would that be?
Sun went and switched to mids.
We were looking at it right
I hated mid shift. I don't know about you folks, but he switched to mids and he's happy about it. He likes not having to deal with the customers at Walmart.
Right rear wheel well. They took the right rear tire off, had a torch doing something. Again, the penalties, the tail in the longest line, that's about where they were going to be anyhow.
Kyle Larson's return to racing today, not exactly a great one. He's got a wounded number 5 Hendricks Motorsport Chevrolet tonight. Bradley says the Nuggets 73, Lakers 61 at the half. Lakers will come back and win that if the past games have been any indicator. They're toying with teams right now.
Move back in position the way you want and then cooled off. I agree. Generally a penalty you don't hear every day. I can tell you that.
So among the
Brandy says, are we having a good Valentine's Day? It was pretty good.
There were 2 cautions in stage.
Didn't do much special. I took a nap.
There were 13 cars.
Took a nap. I made her some oatmeal cookies yesterday. Made the executive assistant some oatmeal cookies, and they tasted good. So I guess I did pretty good.
Find out because just like Powerball, we can tell you.
Apparently the Magdalenos had their twins last night, Brandy.
Jamie McMurray still on the lead lap 16. There are 18 lead lap cars as we go set to go back to green.
All right, here we go. About to get back to green in this one, ladies and gentlemen. The final stage. Again, another look at that Corvette that the Magdalenos are going to buy me. I'm just waiting for them to call me and tell me when to pick up the keys. But it looks really nice, and I can't wait to get it here at the house.
249 winners.
I can't wait to get it here at the house. It's going to look good in my driveway. And he veers off, and we are getting ready to go green, ladies and gentlemen.
For the restart. Stage 3, Austin Dillon.
Green flag, green flag, green flag for the third stage of the 2021 Daytona 500, ladies and gentlemen. Austin Dillon leading them. He's got Harvick and Hamlin approaching fast. Inside lane seems to have the momentum. Harvick dropping back to about 4th. Logano about to get to his bumper though. Hamlin goes to the outside, looking for the lead again, and passes Dillon easily, followed by Harvick and Logano. I have a feeling Harvick will not stay single file here. He wants the lead here. But I don't think he trusts Dillon down low, even though he pushed Dillon to a stage win on Thursday night.
Keep that bottom lane formed up.
There's a reason why he's going for 3 in a row, Clint. I'm telling you, I mean, that car is fast.
I'll come pick it up. You tell me when it's ready. Hamlin, Harvick leading the field. Then it's double file the rest of the way back.
The rear bumper of the car in front of him.
Harvick dropping back to Logano.
As soon as they get there, stall that.
Some space between Hamlin. Hamlin goes up to block that outside line and Harvick. Harvick will not let him do that later in the race. He will dump him.
He's making great decisions. His spotter's working well. You can see.
Harvick now pushing hard on the back bumper of the Toyota Camry, getting him squirrely. Harvick says, move the hell out of my way. Logano and I are coming. And you block me again, I'm putting you in the wall.
Man, that was almost disaster.
Harvick now to the bumper of Hamlin.
He made contact with the outside wall.
Watch this and see where push very nearly comes to shove.
Hamlin a big dip to the inside when Harvick hit the back of the car, then a dip to the outside. That was Harvick sending a message there, in my opinion, telling him, don't do that shit to me again. Not with that kind of run, don't do it to me again, because I will put you in the wall.
So, Clint, you see that unfold? How's the view from up here?
Oh, man, I wish I was.
Brandy says the Continental car should be wiping the field. But up. But up. All right, let's take that up 4 down. Let's go to the stat screen here.
Well, up front are the 2 winningest drivers.
6-car breakaway on the outside lane at Daytona. Hamlin, Harvick, Logano, top 3. Lap 62 or 61 to go here in the Daytona 500.
Let's go back and take another look at that.
Watch his hands as he has to keep a hold of this thing. He even checked up a little bit.
Hamlin gave Harvick a little wave there, thanking him for not running him into the wall. I don't think he'll be thanking him if he does that shit later in the race, though. So it's Hamlin, Harvick, Logano, Busch.
Watching his mirror the whole time down the back.
Top 4.
They got a little wider when his hands.
Brandy says Hamlin is really pushing his boundaries. They do not want him to win a 3rd Daytona 500. I don't want him to win a 3rd one.
I was asked why Denny Hamlin is so good year after year at the Daytona 500, and Denny said it this week. He said, when we get here, we unload this car. My focus is on Sunday. I don't think about the Ross meeting and trying to qualify. in on that field that they needed. Chris Earhart knows exactly what he wants.
It's a parade on the outside now, 15, 20 cars deep.
Solid again, and here he is leading once again.
Well, why go away from something that's working?
Chris Gabehart, as we said, as Hamlin's crew chief, he's never lost a fight.
59 to go, ladies and gentlemen. 59 to go in the final stage here.
Field, Jeff, what are you looking for there? I mean, obviously you're looking for something.
If the first two stages have been an indicator, they'll continue this parade until the end of the stage. Weather appears to not be an issue at Daytona. Of course, I shouldn't have said that out loud because I probably just screwed it up.
The things that you see Denny do, that's going to make the car go.
Martin Truex still out there running in the back, but he is still running, which I sure didn't think he would be after the way that wreck went in the early parts of the race. What happened to Bubba Wallace? Where the hell is he?
No defense. It doesn't even cross your mind. It's all offense all the time.
27 of 40 starters still running. 18 of them are on the lead lap, trying to win.
All right, they are headed to another commercial, ladies and gentlemen. Headed to another commercial here for the Daytona 500. I want to get a hold of these cartoon characters they have on the screen here. Those would look good on an overlay. Those would look real good on an overlay. But a full commercial break here, folks. I really thought we'd get a little crowd in here for the end of the race, but I guess not. But in a commercial break here, I'm showing a lap 13 of 70 here in the third stage. 143 of 200. We've had 20 lead changes, 12 different leaders, and 6 cautions in tonight's race. Top 5, Hamlin, Harvick, Logano, Busch, and Cindric in that 33 car continues to impress. Seahawks checks in, says, what's up, my guy, Skoll? Skoll, back to you, buddy. I saw him way in the back there, Billy Long. I saw Bubba way in the back there in this single file line, probably in like 17th or 18th. Let me scan down here and see if I can find him. And I don't know why he dropped back there, but he's showing up in 14th. He's showing up in 14th. He's been up front all day, though. Darkness comes in, puts a message, and then retracts it. But we got 13 berserkers up in here, Last stage of the Daytona 500. I'm showing 144 of 200, so that's correct, Brady. Right in that ballpark there. Right in that ballpark.
All time. Right out of the gate, we got Denny defending Daytona. We got Gilly, Kevin, and the people's champ. There ain't no left turns.
Yeah, it might have been a slow pit stop, but he did have some time to try to move up there.
There's a throwback race on Mother's Day.
Darkness, the lap number is at 145 of 200. 145 of 200, 15 of 70 in the stage. All right, here we go. Let's go back to the stat page. There's the info you're looking for, Darkness.
Well, I've got my eye on the 2007 Daytona 500 winner. He's in second right now, Kevin Harvick.
Come on, Harvick. We want a Daytona 500 win, man.
Any weakness that Denny Hamlin might have, haven't seen it yet, but if anybody can beat Denny, I believe it's Kevin Harvick.
Jeff, I've got my eye on a young man making his first career Cup Series start. Austin Cindric came here, had to qualify his way in, started on the rear.
Come on, man. I want a Daytona 500 win again.
Series race yesterday. You know, 10 years ago, a guy by the name of Trevor Bayne won in his second career start here at Daytona.
All right, boys. None other than Kyle Busch. He's the one I'm looking at right now, and this is why. You got 4 Fords running up there and 2 Toyotas. If Kyle Busch doesn't find the 11 car and Denny Hamlin, they don't take Coach Gibbs to victory lane. They're going to have to figure out how to do that.
Well, Clint, I'm liking that guy just ahead of Kyle Busch, and that's Joey Logano. Logano races last year. They were in position to win. Didn't win any of them. He's in position again tonight.
14 berserkers.
Chevrolets in Daytona this week. Chevrolet swept the front row. But the winningest one of those times is the 2018 Daytona 500 winner. That's Austin Dillon. Keep an eye on number 3. And that should have one back ones to watch.
All right, so single file parade on the outside lane, about 18 cars deep. Your top 5 continues to be Hamlin, Harvick, Logano, Busch, and Cindric.
Hamlin, neither one of those guys win this
It's
race.
not necessarily to pick the win, but it's kind of ones to watch. But come on.
So you leave the blind objects on the table. We don't call it credit one back ones to win.
True, but I'm usually searching for a winner, just so you know.
We like winners.
Gordon giving Boyer a little bit of grief up in the booth in his first race, his first big race in the booth.
Against you if you're Denny Hamlin. And that deck is those 4 fours right behind him.
I have a theory on the whole Boyer retiring last year and going to the booth. He did that shit because he knows that spot that he's in was pegged for Harvick to take over in the booth. So he knew that he better get up there before Harvick did.
Jamie McMurray, he's our USAA biggest mover.
And I'm okay with that because I'd like Harvick to race another 5 years or so.
Kyle Larson had to start in the back because of that penalty. He's gained 4 spots. So have Cole Custer and Austin Cindric. And Ross Chastain has picked up 3 positions.
So the first group in that parade on the outside lane is about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cars deep, and then they start to spread out a little bit the further back you go.
Driver, he's doing a great job doing exactly that. He's pretty tough too, you know. You look at his fitness level, the things he goes through, a lot tougher than you might think old Jamie Mack is, and that's probably why he's won some of the biggest races in this series.
And Chevrolet has the second fastest lap of this race.
Hello, Thor.
Next to Chase.
Thor walking around with a stamp from my wife's work. My son must have stamped his head. He only does that because he knows it pisses me off. So Thor has a date stamped on his head, like he's a bottle of beer or something. I'll hit that with a washcloth before he goes to bed tonight so he doesn't look retarded.
50 laps to go.
50 laps to go in the 2021 Daytona 500, ladies and gentlemen.
74 of 150.
12 quiet berserkers up in here, ladies and gentlemen. As the parade continues around the outside line of Daytona International Speedway.
They're not in line because they can't pass. They're in line to get ready for the end of this race. How do I position myself? What do I have to do to find a way to be at the front when this thing?
I like the way this thing is set up here. If you got Harvick and Logano sitting second and third, Harvick will win this race.
Happen. We know it's going to probably materialize on the last lap, but it might happen off of turn 4, coming to take the checkered flag. Of course, we got a green flag stop.
Logano's won a 500, I believe, though.
Last time we had green flags.
I'm not sure that Kyle Busch has won a 500, though.
And they all ended up in the same scrum together.
Yeah, one of the most intense moments in a race like this is when you have a green flag stop and you have all these different strategies or times when they come to pit road, and then that all converges on the racetrack.
Ironically, Harvick won the Daytona 500 with the paint scheme that Logano was driving behind him with.
Oh, and as that all came together, boom, you got the 20 car.
What is the point of having gauges in the dashes in those cars? It's not gauges anymore, Brandy. It's a like a computer monitor. If they show you an inside view of the car, it'll be a computer monitor, and it tracks everything in the car. It's pretty wild how advanced they've become.
170, lap 172. But here's what's interesting out there right now.
It's a full computer readout just in front of the steering wheel. Tells them their tire pressures, all that stuff.
Austin Dillon to the 3, Justin Alexander with the right sides only. Everybody
Tells them where their track bar is. I don't think that stuff comes into effect here at Daytona, but
knowing I have 4 fresh tires from the previous stop.
And they need the gauge for one thing, or they need to know what their speed is, because every track has a pit road speed limit. And if you go over that, they bust you.
Danny Hamlin continues to lead, and a little bit of hook flutter there for number one.
All right, they are headed to another commercial, ladies and gentlemen. Headed to another commercial. 12 Berserkers up in here. Lap 23 of 70 here in the final stage. 153 of 200. Time elapsed in the race, 2 hours, 52 minutes, and 6 seconds. 20 lead changes, 12 leaders, 6 cautions. There we go, another commercial for the Dodge Ram. And then right into a Ford truck commercial. Yes, they do, Randy, without a doubt. All that information in the car is sent to the pits. You see the antenna on the roof. Jeff checks in, says, I didn't think they would get this thing started again. Not only did they get it started, they're going to crown a Daytona 500 champion tonight, Jeff. They will be crowning a Daytona 500 champion tonight. We are less than 50 laps left. Less than 50 laps remaining in this one, ladies and gentlemen. In single file still, apparently, during the commercial break. Your top 5 is Hamlin, Harvick, Logano, Busch, and Cindric. Cole Custer up to 6th place, so another Ford up there near the front. As it lays out right now, you've got Toyota leading, but then you've got Fords in the 2nd, 3rd, 5th, 6th positions. Bubba disappeared. Yeah, he's fighting to try to get back up there. He's got some something going on with the hood of his car. But let's get back to it.
Thinking about that incident lap 14 you just talked about and the difference it's made in this race.
That's a lot of cars taking a lot of big heavy hitters.
Fifth place Austin Cindric is trying to do something that has not happened since 1980. Finish his very first NASCAR Cup race in the top 5. The driver who did it in 1980 also drove for Roger Penske, Rusty Wallace at Atlanta.
Oh, Cindric is driving for Penske. I assumed that 33 was a Childress car. So yeah, we got a good group of Fords up there, man. This is going to be a real opportunity for my guy Harvick to win this race. It's going to be between him and Logano, I think.
It was a awesome performance.
If he stays in this position, then it comes down to
Yellowman says, damn, these fools been making a left turn for hours. Yes, they have, buddy. Gilberto Hernandez says 42nd lap. What does that mean?
Denny Hamlin's led 82 laps.
Yeah, but old King Yellowman, they're turning left at 200 miles an hour, bro.
18 of 40 cars.
200 miles an hour.
6 caution flags.
Bubba's in 16th, reports Billy Long.
And a 5 hour and 40 minute red flag. Denny Hamlin, a race leader, won both of the stages.
Denny Hamlin about 10 laps ago said he felt like it was a little bit slower, but right now saying that the car is actually handling a little bit better than it was earlier. And he asked his team recently a question I've never heard a driver ask in the middle of a race. He said, how many laps have I led? The answer right now is 83.
Gilberto says, damn, I wonder how it sounded in real life there. It's crazy how loud it is, Gilberto. It is crazy how loud it is.
Hamlin Hamlin, Harvick, Logano. Kyle.
I've been to probably 15 races in Phoenix, and you cannot stand down by the track without earplugs, without some discomfort. And if you stand there long enough, you will not be able to hear by the end of the day. And the power of the cars as they go past you is amazing. You literally feel it in your soul because they are going so fast when they pass you. Even at Phoenix, and they only get going like 150 there. You have to go to a race if you ever get a chance, Gilberto. You have to go to a NASCAR race if you ever get a chance, dude. It's something you should at least experience once. The smell of racing fuel, too, is intoxicating. Racing fuel and beer. And nachos. It's unbelievable. If you're wearing your hat and standing at the wall there as they go by the wall, if you're wearing a hat, your hat will fly off your head. I guarantee it.
Corey LaJoie has a new ride for 2021 for the season.
Yeah, nice opportunity for Corey LaJoie moving over to Spire Motorsports.
And if you're looking straight ahead at the track and you don't move your eyes, just look straight ahead, and a car goes by, you will not be able to tell me what number that car was. Jeff says, let's go Toyota. I drive a Tundra, but not really a fan of the Toyota drivers. Yellowman's been to the Long Beach Grand Prix, so he knows about speed.
It'll be fun to watch this young man.
Yep, Harvick's in second.
His style, I like his attitude, I like his work.
They're just going to sit here, folks. They're going to sit here likely until the final laps, and then all hell's going to break loose. Those Fords are going to team up on the bottom line and try to pass.
When I think about somebody that can run the wall, you don't have to look any further than Kyle.
No,
not really, Billy. Not really, buddy.
5 are a mix of Toyotas and Fords, but 7 through 13 are all Chevy Camaros all in a row.
Chevy's got a good line, they're saying, from 7th to 13th, so they can make something happen. As soon as those Chevys pull out, you got to get down in front of them and hope they don't freight train you. All right, they're going to this side-by-side commercial thing, so if I get any music, I'll have to mute it.
Yeah, no.
Manuel says, let's go Hamlin. Let's not. Let's not, Hamlin. Hamlin, Harvick, Logano, Busch, Cindric is still your top 5. Brandy says, do you think that businesses that pay huge amounts of money to get 6-inch stickers on these cars actually get more customers? NASCAR fans are the most loyal fans to the sponsors of any sport.
I am the return of all the things you love about this amazing sport. Something that changes you from the very first lap.
I'm a Harvick fan, so I literally will get a Jimmy John sandwich before a Subway just because I root for Harvick. And I like it better.
I'm going to open up 2 beers. Okay. You tell me which sounds more refreshing. Gotcha.
Nuggets 80, Lakers 70. What's the time remaining, Bradley? Jeff says, my brother's best friend was an engineer for Gibbs, so we got to go to a party with Gibbs teams all weekend. How cool is that?
Yes.
Gilberto says Harvick is Tom Brady. What does that mean?
It's Bush. Right.
No, they're not killing him. It's 10 points. The Lakers have come back from worse than that in just the last 2 games.
Mayan tradition passed down from the families that race.
No change. Still single file around the top part of the Daytona International Speedway. 34 laps remaining before we crown the 2021 Daytona 500 champion, ladies and gentlemen.
Anywhere is possible when your vehicle is serviced with Jiffy Lube. Your skilled technicians
will Harvick win his second Daytona 500, or will Hamlin win his third 500 in a row?
Whatever you do, never give up.
Yep, $450 per tire. That's about right.
34 laps to go in Daytona. Denny Hamlin trying to three-peat. Kevin Harvick, Joey Logano.
7 minutes left in the third, says Bradley. They can still come back pretty easily there.
In partnership with Netflix's The Crew. Tell Bush, what would you write on a bumper sticker on Harvick's car?
80s hurt?
Hashtag The Crew and hashtag Bush Contest for your last chance to win a paid spot on Kevin's Racing Crew.
I would love to see what some people send in for that.
Mine wouldn't be acceptable.
Gilberto Hernandez, when is your eye?
On that 33 car, Austin Cindric, you talked about the last drive.
Jeff said he sat on the pit box for a Busch race once.
Driving for Roger Penske. How about the last?
Where was that at, Jeff?
Won a race, a cup.
Way cool though.
First career start.
I've had pit passes before and been pretty close down there. It's a pretty cool place to watch. Billy Long grew up going from dirt track to dirt track as a kid. Nice. Nice. Top 5 unchanged with 32 to go. Hamlin, Harvick, Logano, Kyle Busch, Cindric at New Hampshire. Way cool.
I was at the Little Charlotte.
Way cool, man.
The Bandolero cars that I Austin won his very first race, a rookie race. His mom never missed one of his races. His dad was there when he could, when he wasn't.
Is he still an engineer with him, Jeff? Or?
And the night that Roger Penske and Mark Zarnicki showed up to watch this kid run, boy, everybody was talking about that.
He's a smart race car driver too. One of the things
So everybody content with just riding this thing out. They're going to ride it out until about 4 laps to go, maybe 5 laps to go, and then we're going to get a hell of a show here at the end.
Career in Xfinity, you really hang that car out.
I've never been to the dirt track in Kansas.
Maybe just button them right up and
Oh, you're asking Billy?
Stick again.
Ben Weather. Oh, here we go. Harvick going for it on the inside. Logano goes with him, and Harvick is leading the 2021 Daytona 500.
I think it's time to come to pit road.
They're coming in. The Fords are coming into pit.
And under green, you can enter pit road or a single file.
Ford's pitting here. Green flag pit stops with 30 to go.
Well, it's just going to be a 2-tire change and losing a little grip, said Logano, but otherwise the car is fine. 2 tires right side.
Logano gets 2 tires. Keselowski takes 2. Not sure what Harvick did as they did not show him. Cindric, 2 tires.
This is the best the car is.
And they hold on for fuel. Harvick out, but I'm not sure how many tires he took. Likely 2. Logano gets off in front of Harvick. And the Toyotas are leading him around the top side here.
Right there with them.
Here come the Toyotas.
I saw when they left.
Nope.
Austin Cindric was a little slow off the pit road. That is going to affect him in the performance. He's going to lose that draft.
I think this is the Chevys coming in. The Chevys are coming in.
Hot too, Vince.
Austin Dillon has been.
All right, the Chevrolets to pit road with 29 to go.
Giving him a tear off and putting a little tape on it. We'll see if he can finish the job. Jamie.
Chase Elliott in a 9. It was fuel only last time.
So Harvick had to only take 2 tires as well because he came right out with Logano. Toyota's now linked up.
You start looking at everybody pitting on these green flag stops like this. It's almost like a drag race, like a relay race. And these Fords that pitted early, they got to find each other pretty quick.
All the Toyotas that are remaining are lined up. You got Hamlin, Kyle Busch, Martin Truex in a wounded race car, and Bubba Wallace.
Everybody's together right here.
In a group of 4. They should pit here on this lap. If not this one, then the next.
Years and push as hard as you possibly can.
Bradley says Nuggets 88, Lakers 74.
Come this time?
So they already came back.
Another few laps, Mike. See what their lap times do lined up like that versus all these others that's trying to get back organized. I think that's going to be a key. Are they running fast?
And they picked up one of their teammates there.
Billy Long says Ken Schrader is a class act. Yes, he is.
Last time going to get to Chase Elliott. A little further up there is Austin Dillon. Here come the Toyotas.
All right, here come the Toyotas to pit road. The Chevys and the Fords are now running about even on the track. Logano leading the way with Harvick in second. Cole Custer in third. Brad Keselowski in fourth. Keselowski giving Custer a hell of a push, telling him, get your ass up there if you're going to be in front of me. Harvick got a little run now on Logano. Pushes Logano. They're trying to make speed before these Toyotas come off pit road.
And that was orchestrated in that
27 laps to go in the 2021 Daytona 500. They're coming through the tri-oval right now.
Yeah, that's the plan. I mean, you've got this line of cars that
coming through the tri-oval,
established with a lot of momentum, using the draft of multiple cars. So those Toyotas have to do everything perfectly. You can already see some separation between all.
Toyota's separated here, and here comes the field. Here comes the field on the outside. The Toyotas are separated on the bottom line.
For Denny Hamlin.
The field led by Logano on the outside.
When he gets to him, that would
and they're going to blow past Bubba Wallace first.
Risky, but it's going to be in.
He better not.
Toyotas can't get linked up.
Huge run coming. Those guys are going to have to follow in, get caught back up, reestablish themselves in the group. And then
Logano way out in front here.
Hamlin's alone. He has no friends, so he can't block more than one lane at a time. Kyle Busch not close enough to help.
Here we go. The Ford's about to blow past these Toyotas on the low side.
Slow him down a little bit.
Kyle Busch, next victim to the Ford Brigade.
4 or 5 more miles per hour than these other guys.
He's going to move
Logano, Harvick, Cole Custer, Keselowski leaving the dust. Now they're passing Hamlin. Hamlin tried to block on the outside. They decided to go low. Hamlin dropping like a rock. Austin Dillon about to get up to him and cuts him some slack. What are you doing? Go inside and pass his ass.
That caller for his spotter did in roof because him separating with Kyle Busch on the bottom separated that pack away and really stalled him out. Hamlin stopped the march of all the Chevrolets except Ross Chastain. Who's 42 is up there.
All right, so Hamlin alone on the inside here, got big speed.
This is going to be jumping for Denny Hamlin. He got a big run.
About 10 cars in a line on the outside, Hamlin on the inside.
Austin Cindric, third car in this line behind Christopher Bell.
Toyotas have a little line in the back there.
Joy, that pit stop has now put him 6 seconds behind the leader.
Yeah, I mentioned that when they took out of the pit road, he was just behind.
He hurt his Achilles. Wow. That would be difficult for the Lakers right there.
It looked like maybe they didn't get the fuel can or the second fuel can in there, in a good enough way because they were a little bit long on that.
Custom restoration hot rod business. Gotcha. 24 to go here. Ford leading the way here. Your top 5, Logano, Harvick, Custer, Keselowski, McDowell. 5 Fords. Followed by 3 Chevys, a Toyota, and another Chevy in the top 10.
Side by side.
Going to some more side-by-side coverage. If they play music again, I'll have to mute it.
When it's tough enough to have best-in-class available payload and smart enough to know that a cab can also...
Looks like Hamlin finally got in, but it was way back there.
...class available towing that asks, why can't all that power more than just this?
Way back there, ladies and gentlemen.
Your brand new truck isn't just a brand new truck when it's the old...
Luis says it's all Ford now.
This smart can only be called F-150.
9277 says Bradley now.
My time to shine. Grab some piping hot chicken, young man. Much better than microwave hot dogs, right, Dad? Eat up. I'm doing the cooking tonight.
That's pretty cool, Jeff.
Pick up a KFC, $20.
They get some cool stuff up there on that East Coast side as far as NASCAR.
And gradually reduce grace the easiest way. Just step into the shower with Control GX.
Luis says, go Busch Beer, Kevin Harvick, let's go.
A little gray with every wash for a subtle, natural look. Control GX from Just for Men.
You got to think that the Toyotas will try to get linked up as soon as they can, of course, to try to make an inside line here. Billy Long says, nice show, I bet. Bubba Wallace on pit road, folks. Bubba Wallace on pit road. They're putting right side tires on the car. And that probably ends his 500.
And NASCAR.
No KFC car.
I don't understand why no one told me.
Not not sure what happened with Bubba Wallace there because they're playing these commercials.
911, what's your emergency?
Fire alarm fire. You guys know what to do.
Top 5 remains Logano, Harvick, Custer, Keselowski, McDowell. All Fords in the top 5.
Whatever you do, never give up.
He can't be in 10th. I just saw him on pit road.
Tomorrow on Fox.
I literally just saw him on pit road. Let me find him.
500 started this race.
I'm showing him in 17th.
Of the 40-car field.
Bubba Wallace pits under green with a vibration, was running 11th.
Where they're running. Joey Logano.
And the field's about to put him a lap down at least.
To Dillon 7. Denny Hamlin.
So one of the faster Toyotas is not going to be a factor here late in this race.
Pushes 4 laps back.
Hamlin's still trying to make something happen back there.
Out of the race. Now, you saw Bubba Wallace come in for an unscheduled pit stop. Regan?
Obama came over to the radio mic and he said, I've got a vibration. Instantly said, I got to come this time. It got bad quick. Looks like possibly a loose wheel down here.
Jeff says, look up the track. You'll be impressed. We ran it a few years when I was in my 20s. Way cool, dude.
With it, Austin Cedric,
way cool.
Miscommunication of the fueling. Now the 23 car with their pit crew. Loose wheel.
And the 20th, Christopher Bell, one of the Joe Gibbs Toyotas, has a fuel problem.
The 20 Toyota of Christopher Bell on pit road with a fuel issue.
On that earlier, so that's a big issue. I take this back to strategy, strength, and numbers. The Fords had a better strategy. They were early on the pit road, got out there, got themselves established in the line quickly, and was able to be at the front of this pack when the time's right. Now you go back to the flip side of that.
19 to go in the 2021 Daytona 500.
And they left.
Logano, Harvick, Custer, Keselowski, McDowell are your top 5.
The difference.
All the Fords up front.
Hamlin leading going in. Denny Hamlin at the end.
Hamlin's sitting here back in the back of the field here. He does have Bubba Wallace, who I believe is a lap down in front of him.
Which one of these groups? Should we try to pick with
So Wallace could probably help him draw up a little bit there, but they're quite a ways back.
Lose that momentum or lose that numbers game.
So here's Hamlin behind Bubba Wallace. He's now a lap down. Has little to lose. Can Bubba drop down and help?
Brandy says last Ford I owned was a 1988 Mustang.
Get back to the front. Is there any way just 2 cars can do that?
And then she blew up the transmission.
But I don't know that the times do that is quite right yet. I mean, I think there was a race a year ago where Denny Hamlin was in it. He was in the run for the race so much. I remember, I think Jeff had even confused you, and I was on my couch in the motorhome saying, I'm not poking fun. It's just he was in the running for it, and we all thought, hey man, he's going to win the race, and he was a lap down the whole time. So to your point, Mike, that can be a factor, and probably will.
I mean, right now, honestly, Denny Hamlin's going to need a call.
Man, can he do it? Can Harvick get the win in this 2021 Daytona 500?
He'll make one spot up every once in a while, and then he loses and goes back to the back. He's trying really hard, but he's not going to be able to do it by himself. So, yes, Bubba can help him. His other teammate, Kyle Busch,
13 Berserkers up in here, ladies and gentlemen.
To get up
17 laps to go.
Because up front, there are 5 Fords in a row. Logano, Harvick, Custer, Keselowski, McDowell, then 3 Chevrolets. Chastain, Dillon, and Elliott. Kyle Busch's Toyota, 2 more Chevys, then a Hamlin. And then a sprinkling of makes throughout the rest of the lead lap. Back to Cedric.
Remember Harvick's nickname, ladies and gentlemen. He's called the closer for a reason.
I say this all the time, especially when it comes to grid flag stops, the end of a big race.
Jeff says, let's go, Brad.
Execution. And you said it.
Luis says Ford transmissions have a record of failure. They're not driving those Ford transmissions from our cars, buddy. They're not driving those transmissions.
Happy Monday on the East Coast, everybody. Thanks for staying with us. We're just about 15 minutes.
192 is 192 miles an hour on that last lap for Logano.
Toyotas could have pitted with those Fords the last time. I went back and looked.
Jeff says I wouldn't mind seeing the 3-car win. He won Thursday night, dude. Thanks to Harvick. Harvick pushed him to the lead and got him the dub.
That's a good point.
Aggressive move at the end there. They could have taken out the entire field, but he won it.
They really gave him the opportunity because they made that late pass.
But yeah, 20 years ago, we lost Dale.
Even our own America's True.
So that 3 would mean something in victory lane as well.
Boom, they're on pit road.
But we're looking for that one number higher, 4.
Like Larry, we saw them make that move. Wasn't sure if they were going for the lead or.
Yeah, they're going to lose tonight then, Bradley. I hope AD's Achilles isn't really hurt. That would put a real question mark on the Lakers repeating if he did something to the Achilles.
So now this lead pack is formed up and it's 12 cars deep.
12 cars deep is the lead line there, and that's not going to beat 5 Fords in the front. Sorry, folks.
There's not going to.
That will not beat 5 Fords at the front if there's only that many in that lead group.
I think you're going to need to be in the top 5, 6, maybe 7. And I would even go to a stretch of 8 for Chase Elliott if you're going to have a shot at this Daytona 500 win if it stays like this.
Well, there's going to be more because that Jamie McMurray.
You feel like the wreck is about to happen, though. You feel like the block that causes the wreck is going to happen here.
Gaining on the lead back. They're going to catch it too.
It used to be, Jeff, that the only things on a NASCAR race car that were from the production model were the hood, not the front hood, the top of the roof, and the rear deck lid. I don't even think it's that much anymore. I don't think any of it is from the production car.
And break up this track. If they can get to that end of this line, they might be able to get enough momentum shifted in allowing Denny Hamlin and a couple of those other guys to make some moves. I just think it's too early to step out.
There are 6 Fords on the lead lap. 2.
All right, top 5, Logano, Harvick, Custer, Keselowski, McDowell. All Fords. $13 to go. 13 to go in the 2021 Daytona 500. Truex wrecked early on, Jeff. He wrecked early on, and he's a couple laps down, I believe, but he is in this lead draft. Actually, the second draft.
You were just talking about, or do you think
Truex was involved in that wreck on lap 5? Or 8 or whatever that was. 15. I can't remember. It was almost a whole day ago.
The Trends have made the return for 2021. You know how to get a caution. I just start.
Average of last caution in the Daytona 500 is lap 194 with 6 laps to go, says Larry Mack.
And looked at the trends of the patterns. On an average, the last caution is roughly 6 laps to go. But in those 10 races, it happened 8 times in the final 10 laps. And we've had 5 overtime finishes, including the last 4.
5 overtime finishes in the last Daytona races.
Boy, there are a bunch of them. They came right up to those 4s, and now it's on. Yeah.
All right, we're forming up here. The storm is brewing, ladies and gentlemen. The storm is brewing at Daytona.
Hold on, Ross Chastain. That hole just closed up so fast, Carlos.
Hamlin back there in the storm.
Getting pulled down.
Single file for about 9 cars in the top groove there.
Hamlin was very happy to see that happen. He probably gained 4.
And just like the stage before this, you're starting to see folks jostle from the back.
But in the last 16 Daytona 500s, we've had one between now and the checkered.
Yeah, no problem, Jeff.
14 of those 16.
Brandy, the 3rd generation shade tree mechanic. All right, we've got a change in the top 5. It's now Logano, Harvick, Keselowski, McDowell, Dillon. So one of the Fords dropped out there, and I'm not sure who it was. Custer dropped back to 11th.
Chase Elliott, the series champion. 6th. Second of the Chevys, Austin Dillon, 2018.
I don't think it's Randy LaJoy.
Joey Logano, the has now led 18 laps as they come around.
I like that Harvick's got Keselowski behind him. He's proven to be a loyal guy on the Ford front and is a good pusher for Harvick. But does he go with Harvick or does he stay with Logano, his Penske teammate? He probably stays with him.
17, according to our unofficial count.
So Custer dropping out hurt Harvick a little bit there, I think. But Austin Dillon owes Harvick a favor after Thursday night.
When I look up through the line, it was 5 Fords and then a handful. What was it? 7 Chevrolets in a row with those Toyotas. Now everybody's mixing between. That's what creates the chaos in the race that we're all looking for out of this Daytona 500.
Hamlin's about 9th, I think it looks like. Yep, sitting in 9th place. So he is not done yet. 8 to go. 8 to go.
He's the last one.
"13 Berserkers up in here as we get to the end, and we're going to crown a Daytona 500 champion for 2021.
I want to be in Joey Logano's where he's at. I want to be the leader. But I got to say, it's going to be so hard.
Luis says, come on, Chevy.
Makes him move down. His best friend is Brad Keselowski. We know Kevin Harvick's going to want to make a move. But Kevin Harvick's going to need somebody to go with them. And I don't know if Brad Keselowski's going to go with Kevin Harvick. So Kevin Harvick's got some tough decisions to make as we wind this race down.
Harvick's spotter has to get with Austin Dillon's spotter. Don't forget about McDowell either, though. McDowell's a hell of a plate racer.
He's driven an extremely smart race. He sits right there with that group of Fords in 4th place in a car that is not.
Yeah, he's going to go with Joey. I agree.
Teams Front Row Motorsports.
Luis says, take out these Fords.
Years, but he is in position to try to win this.
They always name a champion from this race, Emmanuel, but it's his first race of the season. So there's a Daytona 500 champion, and then there's a end of season champion.
And behind the 4 Fords, remember how Austin Dillon won the 500 in 2018? There was a Ford in front of him in the back straightaway. He moved it aside, took the win. You can see this 3-car. We've watched him make moves in that duel. Jeff, I look for this car to make a move and have a really good partner in the 9-car.
But I want you to.
Brandy blew up a Ford once because she didn't check the oil.
Was having, a little bit earlier. Hey, I'm gonna
Jeff says Dillon's going to break this up. I think Harvick will go if Dillon drops, Jeff. Harvick's going to go with Dillon if he drops.
Radio communication.
If not, I wouldn't doubt. He doesn't dislike Logano like he used to.
Plan that move.
I don't think he'd dump Logano.
Can I get that run off of turn 2 down the back straightaway?
Here's Keselowski's radio.
Yep, 6 laps to go.
And I believe it.
6 laps to go, folks.
I was going to say,
10-12 here locally.
Very good at that, but I think the run's going to establish behind him with this 3-car, the 9-car, or even further back. You know Denny Hamlin's going to get to the front, and he's got help back there as well.
Hamlin has moved all the way up, it looks like,
As soon as that 3-car
to 9th.
McDowell can do it. As soon as that 3-car jumps out of line, I'm jumping right down in front of him.
And going back to what you said earlier, what you like about Joey Logano and being in the lead, I like Joey Logano's position in the lead because of the company he has behind him. When that line gets established, whoever it may be, one of those guys behind him, one of his allies is going to have to pull down and block that run.
Kind of weird, but you've got the feeling that if Harvick just stayed behind Logano, he's going to finish second.
Allies behind him. If he pulls down and blocks,
But if he pulls down, he could finish as bad as like 12th.
at the end of the last stage, when the Chevys made their move, Michael McDowell moved right down in front of them and gained positions. The Chevys will not be content to ride behind these Fords to the finish, and that's coming in 4 laps.
All right, you got Chevys lining up now. You got Dillon,
He's got plenty of skill.
Elliott,
And he's just
linked
pushing,
up.
He's pushing, hoping that Michael McDowell.
And you got Hamlin Bush back there as well. Larson's still up there too as part of the Chevy brigade.
Just keep pushing your rear bumper as hard as I can.
4 to go. They got to do it here pretty quick, folks. Harvick's just waiting for one of the teams to try it so he can drop down in front of him.
Car between them. That is Kyle Larson. Can the 2 Toyotas get together and make something happen in these final 3 laps? Yes.
Back to what you opportunity for Joey Logano is that all those guys have all these different agendas. And what do? They get a run, they move forward, but they actually don't get organized well enough to get all the way up to Joey Logano.
Biggest thing Joey has to do is make sure that he doesn't get too far out. When those runs start happening, they get 3 wide, they stall.
Harvick, drop back to Keselowski. Do not drop back to Keselowski. Don't stay with Logano. The 2 is setting up to try to make a run here.
Big gap. TJ Major.
Too big a gap here.
20%.
Do not spoil it in the chat, folks. Do not spoil it in the chat. 2 to go. Do not call the winner until I do in the chat.
There he goes.
Big run right here.
Here we go. Keselowski to the inside. Passes Harvick. They dump Harvick. Now it's Keselowski and Logano with McDowell. Harvick can't find a place.
Here's Austin Dillon to the outside.
Now Harvick is on the inside alone. Nobody near him.
White flag.
White flag. Harvick got dumped immediately by Keselowski there.
Okay, now.
And he's falling fast. He's back to Bubba Wallace, who can push. Come on, Bubba, get up there and push him.
Keselowski did.
Dillon drops in front of Harvick, looking for Harvick to send him to the win again.
No, they come down to block. Logano goes back up. Keselowski with him. McDowell.
Final lap here. Oh, there we go. Turning around.
Round they go in a hard.
Huge wreck. Harvick's still running on the inside here. We're going to the green-white checker flag here on the final lap.
Wallace is in this.
Harvick made it through unscathed. The 2 of Keselowski tore up badly on the inside.
McDowell is first.
Harvick's going to have a chance here in the green-white checker to win the Daytona 500. Keselowski, Logano in the infield.
Joey Logano, we see taking off the gloves and the steering wheel. He was first across the line. NASCAR will review.
They're going to say that McDowell's the winner here. The caution had to come out before he crossed the start-finish, but they're celebrating like he just won it.
Bob Jenkins, Front Row Motorsports crew, is celebrating on pit road.
You're going to see some emotion on this guy if this comes back official.
A lot of torn race car. The Chevy's torn up. You saw Priest with damage.
What did you guys think? What did you guys and gals think? Did you think that the caution should have come out before he crossed the start-finish?
When he came in.
Yes. And the AMR safety crew very quickly on the scene. Being directed. The damage.
Wow, some huge damage to the outside catch fence here. I don't know who hit it hard. I think it might have been Kyle Busch.
That is a great sign, and that means everybody has climbed from
Busch out of his car, looking like he's hurting pretty bad.
on the final lap of the Daytona 500. NASCAR is still reviewing video footage because when they hit the caution line, that timestamps all video to determine the order of finish.
So they're about to check the video to see if caution came out before here. McDowell basically wrecked these cars and is going to win the Daytona 500.
Where did that caution come from?
Harvick and Hamlin make it through unscathed. So if we go to a green-white checker, they're going to be the cars to beat.
Help from Hamlin.
We know the caution was out there. We saw some caution lights from Michael McDowell. The 3 of Austin Dillon pulled ahead of Chase Elliott.
And Michael McDowell from Glendale.
That's it. It's official. Michael McDowell from Glendale, Arizona is the winner of the 2021 Daytona 500 after wrecking the entire field on the last lap.
Huge win for Michael McDowell and his team. Doesn't get any bigger than this. And a huge crash for everyone. And the 8th driver in history to score his
big moment for McDowell there, though.
In the Daytona 500. And yes, Clinton, he led only the last lap.
The only one you needed with. Awesome job. So happy for him.
I don't know, Jeff, that NASCAR would call it that way unless it was what they believe, because this isn't a good win for NASCAR to have McDowell win it. You've got those two sponsored cars by Busch Beer and
Every time you look over,
Busch Beer and FedEx, the two biggest sponsors in the league, probably. But yeah, big win for Michael McDowell there. I want to see the replay again because I think he literally just wrecked the top two.
You're right. Michael McDowell is one of those guys that does it often.
Bradley says Loves is the winner on Valentine's Day. Love always wins.
Larry reminds me of the 500 win and his new spotter, Clayton Hughes, for 2021.
That was Mark Truex Jr.'s spotter for a long time.
They're saying that the caution didn't come out before he crossed the start-finish line, Bradley.
In that horrendous.
So he was the one in front when they crossed the start-finish line.
Yeah, that's great news because when I saw Kyle Busch going, there was such a lots of fans cheer for that. Flying the American flag on the helmet.
Look at that little drone there.
Chase Elliott second, Austin Dillon third, Kevin Harvick, Denny Hamlin trying to three-peat completes the Truck 5 unofficially. Ross Chastain is sixth, Ryan Preece, Jamie McMurray eighth, Corey LaJoy, Kyle Larson.
They said what place Harvick finished, but I didn't catch it here.
A long time coming for Michael McDowell. Here's Jamie Little.
Saying Harvick finished fifth on the unofficial results. So McDowell, Dillon, Elliott, Hamlin, Harvick.
First career win. You're a Daytona 500 champion.
I just can't believe it. Just gotta thank God. So many years just grinding it out, hoping for an opportunity like this. Gotta thank Love's Trout Stop, Speedco, Bob Jenkins for giving me this opportunity. I'm so thankful. Such a great way to get a first victory at Daytona 500. Are you kidding me?
Man, that's got to be cool.
Just want to say hi to my wife.
Jeff says, I never thought McDowell would win a NASCAR race. Me neither.
My kids, I love you guys. I wish they could be here with you to celebrate. Maybe NASCAR will send a plane to bring them down here, but we're the Daytona 500 champions. I cannot believe this. Thank you, Doug Gaines, Ford. We had our 4 partners at the end, and they all crashed, and luckily I was able to make it through this. So thankful, God is good.
Michael McDowell has been there at the end of so many of these, Mike, and finally tonight it was his.
So McDowell, Elliott, Dillon, Harvick in fourth is what they're saying on the unofficial results on the TV screen here. McDowell, Elliott, Dillon, Harvick. Harvick in fourth. Billy says bad call. But we got 12 Berserkers up in here. Thank you for those of you that joined us tonight and early this morning for the Daytona 500 coverage here on the channel. 66-1 were the odds for Michael McDowell to win the race. Did anyone take that bet?
That's how lights come on, so I know.
Did anyone take the bet?
Yeah, just huge thanks to Napa and Chevrolet, everybody at Hendrick Motorsports. Felt like we had a fast car. Weren't as good as I thought we were on Thursday, so I felt like we did a really good job executing today. Staying out of trouble, that's not something I've done a very good job of here in this race, so glad we could at least finish.
Gilberto says that was a crazy ending. It always is at these plate tracks, Gilberto.
And try to do better, yeah. But the top was just so fast. It didn't seem to matter who got down low. You couldn't really make anything go. So we all kind of tried at certain points in time, just didn't work out. But yeah, close. We finished one, so I'm pretty pleased with that. Thank you, Chase.
All right, so that's going to do it, folks. Fireworks going off as Michael McDowell is your Daytona 500 winner, his first race of his NASCAR career.
Inside of his teammate Joey Logano. Joey blocked a little bit. Here comes Chase Elliott to the inside of Michael McDowell. They're 3 wide coming off of turn 4, guys, and it's unbelievable how Michael McDowell's car just surged forward off that top lane.
So let's go back to the moment of caution and show you the position of those cars using our Fox.
So McDowell with a full car lead at the moment of caution over the 9 car of Chase Elliott.
To secure the victory.
Yeah, McDowell just knocked the shit out of Keselowski, and then immediately Keselowski knocked the shit out of Logano, and everybody went for a ride. I'm not sure where the damage to the catch fence happened. I didn't see a car go up there. I think it might have been Keselowski's tire that went up there and destroyed the catch fence. Nuggets 113, Lakers 95, says Bradley. Alrighty, folks, so we're going to cut off that volume there, go to our main screen. Go to our main screen here, and I'm going to thank each and every one of you that spent time today here on Valhalla Sports Talk's coverage of the 2021 Daytona 500 from Daytona International Speedway. The schedule for the channel this week: Los Angeles Kings hockey on Tuesday night, Los Angeles Lakers basketball Thursday night, and we will see what's happening in the weekend. Watch the community tab on the page, folks. That's where I post what's going on, on the channel. If you're new watching this video later, please subscribe, please give the video a like, turn on bell notifications so you know when Valhalla Sports Talk goes online. Thank you to the 2 new members that joined today. Ben Weather Channel was one of them. He was the last one. Thank you to him, but thank you to the 2 new member gang group joiners today. We'll add another custom emoji to the lot tomorrow at some point, but I thank you for joining, and you folks have a great rest of your Sunday night. Some of you folks have tomorrow off because there is a holiday tomorrow apparently because my wife's home, but have a good night, and we will see you guys in the next stream. Yeah, okay. So we'll see you guys in the next stream, everybody. Quick shout out to the memory of Dale Earnhardt. 20 years ago, we lost him in this exact race. Still miss him to this day, folks. But everybody, have a great night. Be nice to your neighbor. Valhalla Sports Talk is off the air. Thank you so much.